the awful audio gamer.
Yeah,
that's what we're going with.
We're still on
worst
that, huh?
Worst audio on fucking YouTube.
Okay.
That's what the awful game generates.
Are you just being
because the audio was fucked up. No, the audio was actually really fucked.
The audio was fucked up, right? But this one cocksucker comment was like, that's this channel's biggest problem is the audio. And and I'm like, I blocked him. But I was like, we put out over 1,200 videos, right? Uh-huh. And you want to fucking shit on me over one series? Yep. That it was just pure random that it happened that way?
But then at the same time, dude, YouTube comments, don't be a bitch, that sort of thing. But I agree with you. I'm just saying.
People advise not to even read those. That's what people say.
It's kind of impossible not to, though.
I know. It's like, well, I want to know. Like, what do people think?
I need to know what people are saying, because if there is a problem, I need to know.
Well, no, I need to selectively ignore stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, that's how you know you've made it, is when people start putting comments and you just ignore them. Like people are like,
off your back.
No. Like, there are people like, oh, this is the greatest video ever. I would, I would love it if one of them would just say hi to me in the comments, and you ignore that.
Yeah, you never read the good stuff. You read the one guy that's like, the audio's a little fucked up. You're just like, you piece of shit. You ruined my day.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck you, block. I shit on his channel. I went to every one of his fucking videos and said, worst audio.
Then you're just like, downvote.
Yeah, then I had a Zen moment, and I felt not the least bit bad, but
a moment of clarity, if you will.
Yeah, a moment of clarity.
It's what we in the 12-step program call success, or a breakthrough. So congratulations, you are now on you're in step 10 of YouTube commentary.
Is that the part where I don't try to track down their IP address, find out where they live, and kick in their door and beat them to death with a baseball bat?
No, it's right before it. You're past the part where you're going to hang yourself for what people say on the internet.
Yeah. Oh, that was just a bad day. I think it caught me on a bad day. If that had been the day before, I probably would have just, trolled his channel, downvoted everything, and not thought twice about it. But
it's one of those things, and I think Nathan and I were talking about this, how you can ignore everything on Twitter or on Facebook or on YouTube or whatever, but then the one day, that fucking cocksucker, that one guy will get you the one day where you cannot just handle it at all, and it's just going to hit you hard for whatever reason, even though you don't care.
I get irritated.
Shouldn't care.
You shouldn't.
It shouldn't matter. Yeah, it's
right?
weird.
I mean, if I for that kind of stuff, I just get so irritated. But I shouldn't care, right? I should just, we've had over 1 million views on our videos, right? I mean, it's one fucking comment, and I take it, I take it to heart, and I get all fucking pissy, and I want to fucking curb stomp the guy. And then
people on Twitter are talking you down. It's like, no, it's actually not that bad, and blah blah blah. And you're just like, no, fuck you all. You're all wrong. This guy's right. I'm a failure.
Stop sucking my dick. I don't think he's no. I don't. That's fine. I'm over it now, kind of.
Welcome to the Click and Response Podcast.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this fucking thing we do on the internet. With me is Nathan, as always, and awful gamer Eno Mezzo.
The Eno Mezzo.
Worst audio on the internet.
Worst audio on YouTube, the internet. Book it, fact, Google it. It comes right to the Awful Gamer HD.
That's just going to be like the new tag meme, right?
Yeah, it will be.
We gotta find a picture of Panic Knife. As you're moving your mic around.
Sorry, I didn't.
Furniture or something. That was.
I was moving my chair.
Worst audio on Twitch TV.
The worst audio on Twitch. Yes, it's like this. Just I can do this. Right for an hour.
Oh man. Okay.
That'd be irritating, wouldn't it?
Fantastic. Yeah. Hi Nathan, you're here too.
Yep. Hey, how you doing, Paul?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic.
Awesome. I had a hamburger earlier. It was really good.
Where did you get the hamburger from?
It's this local pub called Pops, but they also exist in Lethbridge.
Okay.
Exciting. Yeah.
What kind of bun was your hamburger on?
Oh, just sesame, regular hamburger bun.
Yeah.
I know. I like ciabatta if it's available, but
Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah.
I can switch
I'm
the
not.
bun. Anyway.
I like this thing at Applebee's. It's a fucking quesadilla burger. It's awesome. It's like a tortilla burger, lettuce, tomato, guacamole, onions, whatever, and it's wrapped in a heated tortilla. It's pretty freaking good.
Huh. Boston Pizza had a thing called a pizza burger, but I did try it. But apparently it is basically burger stuff wrapped in a pizza or something.
Wrapped in awesome.
Huh.
Yeah.
It sounded dangerous, so I just had a steak sandwich.
That sounds like the sort of thing you would deep fry. You would find at a carnival and they'd be like, hey, it's a burger, but we deep fried it, because why not?
Yeah.
They deep fry everything now.
Deep fried Coke.
Kool-Aid.
Calgary Stampede. There you
Wait, like, so just the liquid in a cup or something?
No, they mix it with something and then fry it. They mix it with something to solidify it a little bit, and then
Probably like the breading stuff, right?
Ugh. Okay.
yeah.
So
Like, have you guys ever had a fried Oreo?
Yes, I think
No,
so.
I haven't.
They're intriguing, weird, because the frying softens them up a lot, and so it's weird. Not bad, not horrible. They cover it in white powder and not cocaine, but
I was going to say in the cocaine.
sugar. In the cocaine. But no, they can deep fry anything. They deep fry burgers. They deep fry hot dogs. I think that's
I
called
had
a corn dog.
Snickers bar. That's what I had.
Deep fried chocolate bars, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
We're forgetting the number one thing that's deep fried, and
Fries?
they don't do it anymore.
Potatoes?
Twinkies. Yeah.
They don't do it anymore?
They stopped making Twinkies down here. I heard another company's gonna open them back up, and you can still get the Latino version of the Twinkies. It's called the Submarino or something. But the only thing I could find them in was strawberry, and I want the real deal Holyfield. I want the yellow cake stuffed with white gooey stuff that doesn't really have a chemical composition. You can know what that is, and
supposed to remind you of whipping cream or something.
I think so. I like to eat my Twinkies by ripping the top off and seeing all the white gooey center.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just like to
I
see
mean-
how much of it I can shove down my throat.
Are you guys familiar with like the Twinkie Wiener sandwich, the Weird Al creation?
No.
Oh, okay. It's a UHF joke, but yeah. Put a hot dog.
God, you're going way back.
Yeah.
That was back
No, it's a
before
good
before Kramer went all racist, right?
Yeah, it's just before he was Kramer. Even. He
Right,
was
so
just,
this is
like,
how we determine things. There's BC and AD. There's a post and pre 9/11 world, and when Kramer went crazy.
Yeah, before the meltdown. Yeah.
That's a pre-meltdown PM. PMK, pre-meltdown Kramer. Yeah.
Kramer pre-meltdown, KPM.
Yeah. And then KAM.
Well, he tried to make amends for that on like Curb Your Enthusiasm and stuff, but I guess it didn't take or something. I don't know.
Well, no, I mean, because Curb Your Enthusiasm's a show, and what he did was in real life.
Yeah.
Right? I can stab
in
somebody in real life, and I'm not going to get a,
So, like, Michael Richards, the real person, called a bunch of black people bad things and told them in his time he would hang them from trees. But Kramer apologized.
No.
Right.
Oh, well, no, it was Michael Richards in character as Michael Richards on the show. But I mean, David Letterman, too. He came on and apologized.
But was he being Michael Richards being Kramer?
No, I think he was just being Michael Richards. But can you ever really remove the character from the actor? I don't know.
I don't
Maybe
think
not.
so. I think Mike Kramer was Michael Richards.
Okay.
I don't know. Michael Richards was in Problem Child, and he was the guy stealing the kid.
Quick. Name the redhead kid.
Oh, fuck. I don't know.
That's right. Nobody fucking remembers him. Right? The waste of life, that kid. He's gone.
Okay. I don't know who this kid is.
You never saw Problem Child?
No.
That is like
not.
the movie that people watch when they are contemplating having kids.
Hey.
Okay.
John Ritter was in that movie. Rest in peace.
He was. God rest his soul.
And Gilbert Gottfried, who is still alive.
All right,
But, yeah.
Michael Oliver was the main protagonist in the movie Problem Child.
Yeah,
Is he still alive? Hold on, I didn't want to say shit if he was still alive, if he was dead.
he's totally still alive. He's just not acting, really.
The last thing he did was a television show called Platypus Man.
Mhm.
Amazing.
That's
That sounds
it.
like the most important thing on television.
Oh, here we are. As of June 2009, working as a crew member for the music group The Samples and Neural. So,
Yeah,
there you go.
he really hit it big. Yeah, that guy
Yeah.
did nothing. He suffered from the curse of the Problem Child series. Because John Ritter died.
Okay, so Michael Richards' career is dead because he went crazy. I mean, the kid's acting career is just gone and kind of always was. And John Ritter's dead. So anybody that touched Problem Child should probably get checked out for cancer.
Yeah,
He's
the
probably
theory,
going to die.
postulating. It's dangerous. It's like the Madden curse. Just like that.
What are some other redheads from back in the day that were
Oh,
in stuff?
the chick from Wizard.
I don't think I know who that is.
Really?
looking up Wizard.
You know what the movie is though, right?
No,
I know
that's-
the movie. I always forget that this happened earlier this week because someone was quoting the Wizard, and I was like, "What are you even
Oh,
talking
the
about?"
Wizard. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's-
the Wizard, the Mario movie.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Of course. I watch that movie every year.
Ginny Lewis. It was the chick in the movie. I always want to call him Kevin, but Fred Savage's love interest, if that's what it's called for a 12-year-old. It's redhead. Chick from Lucas.
California.
She was in what? Oh, okay. She was a voice in Bolt. That was a movie I saw. That was okay.
Assistant director and a voice.
No,
Oh.
she was the voice of assistant director. I was.
Oh, I
confused
never
with-
saw Bolt. Maybe
Yeah.
I did. She was also just in American Dad too. Merlot Down Dirty Shame. Oh, I know who she was. Okay.
So welcome to imdb.com, the podcast, where we look
Yeah.
random shit up and
We look up
okay.
random stuff and report it to you. Only the most important facts, such
we
as
look it up
Pain and
so
Gain
you
is
don't
great.
have to.
the
No,
only
stop.
place on the internet
You
that
saw
can
Pain
find
and Gain?
IMDb.
I saw Pain and Gain. It's fantastic. I need to report this to the world to let you know it's safe to come out. You're allowed to go see Michael Bay movies again. He did it. He finally found a movie that
Okay.
was perfect.
Yeah, he only based it on a really tragic story, but it's funny.
Tragic
That's
true story.
funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's really weird how dark the real stuff is, and I don't know. I am not uncomfortable laughing at real life misery, but if you are, don't watch this movie. Maybe
The Rock's
yeah.
a tank in that movie too, man.
The
Again,
Rock
he's-
is just a tank, period.
I know.
right. Also, a humble kind of sad guy, but then he also has a horrible coke meltdown. So it's awesome.
he is the Hulk.
No. He doesn't freak out really at anybody. Oh no, he totally does. He punches Tony Shalhoub in the face.
Okay, but does he punch him into the atmosphere?
No, he apologizes after and feels really
Okay,
bad about
so
it.
this is automatically not the best movie with The Rock.
Why? When does he do that?
Well,
in anything.
No, he doesn't do that in anything, but Doom is better.
Doom is not better. You need to go if you're thinking Doom is any good at all. Come on. I know we talked about that movie.
I
in
thought
Carl
the
Urban
match.
is the most important person, and The Rock is in it, so it wins.
Part of that movie when he's on screen and it's just first person because it's so dumb. Because who would do that? Who would make a first person movie?
I would.
Whatever.
I
doesn't
would get all the money.
matter. Okay.
Let's talk about Pain and Gain.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So Mark
Oh,
Wahlberg is
we
basically
just-
doing Dirk Diggler thing in this.
Uh-huh.
He's that kind of manic, excited personality, but also just super naive and just goes to the dumbest. He goes to a motivational seminar and then his conclusion leading that is the worst plan ever. It's basically oh, I should become a criminal, and then it all just goes from there into these three bodybuilders getting more and more in over their heads in the world of crime, and then doing more and more horrible things to try to dig their way out. And
And it's got Tony Shalhoub.
yeah, he's
Right.
the guy they kidnap and kind of extort to get money initially. He's their first victim. Then he contacts Ed Harris to kind of investigate what's going on. And then it's kind of, you see the three guys causing a bunch of trouble and getting into weird shenanigans with like the underworld and the cops and stuff trying to slowly figure out what's going on. And like, not because it's not really, like they're really clever criminals and they're hiding their tracks really well. It's more like what the story is so stupid that no one believes that that's actually happening. This is like, yeah, you were kidnapped by three bodybuilders. And, come on, shut up, get out of here. Like, hangs up the phone. That kind of thing. So, yeah, it has that true life crime story thing. I'm sure it's embellished, but I kind of didn't care.
Just like Alpha Dog.
Just like Alpha Dog. It's kind of like that. But
I liked
really,
Alpha Dog. I thought that movie was
Alpha Dog. Just it's kind of a bummer, but yeah.
They arrested that guy.
Johnny
guy?
True Love.
Yeah, he was down in Brazil or something, and they just arrested him last year or so.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Off running. I think that there's so many of these fucking stories like this now. Guy disappears, the dog, the bounty hunter, goes down to Mexico to get him, or guy kills his girlfriend in Brazil and gets deported.
Dog the bounty hunter.
Is that still a thing? Is he still on TV?
I hope not. It is, right? So there's like all these like little obscure weird shows like the Little People Big World and Dog the Bounty Hunter and Mud People and something else.
Yeah.
Builders. Anyway, bodybuilders. That's what we need to focus on. I don't know. I thought it was really funny, and it's probably the first time I can say that about a Michael Bay movie, because he just gets comedy so wrong sometimes, and this one felt, when it was inappropriate, still kind of fit. I don't know. I liked it. I had a good time. But, yeah.
So it's the most important movie Michael Bay has done.
Maybe.
Didn't he do, hold on. Didn't he do, fuck is that movie called?
I really like The Rock. That is the other one.
The Rock is really good.
That I enjoyed. But this is like, I don't know. It's weird that this is like even trying to tell a true story and doing it remotely well. So, I don't know. I was impressed, guys. I was genuinely impressed by Michael Bay movie. It's the first time that's happened in a long time.
The fact that you were impressed by anything, kind of amazing.
Wait, you did see this movie, right? This isn't another Far Cry 3 thing where you didn't see it, but you're making a judgment statement on it?
It's like, well, I watched an hour of footage of it, and I decided it's garbage. No, I watched it.
Yeah, I'd like to see it, but I'll wait till I can stream it illegally, and then I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Just a bit of it, and then, okay. It's already made its money back, essentially. It cost $20 million, so, yeah. Or no, it cost 26, and it's already made 20-something, so it'll be fine.
Wonder what The Rock's salary was for that movie.
$24 million.
I don't think he's pulling in those kind of numbers, but
not yet. Give him a year.
He pulls in some money though.
Yeah, he's pulling in the Doom dollars, man. The chugga change.
Yeah, post Doom is paycheck is profitable. We're just that back. It's like obscure joke from back last year, but yeah, awesome. Anyway, that's the main thing I saw this week that I thought was exciting. I'm trying to think what else even happened. Right. There was that Comic Expo, but you guys didn't go. Well, like, obviously didn't fly out for that. But,
he could have.
Yeah, and Paul, like, it's a sold out, man. Sorry. I don't know if you wanted to go, though. Did you? Last year?
That one I wasn't too hyped up about. It's PAX that sucks.
Yeah, the PAX sellout is pretty lame, how quickly that happened. I heard there was like 1% of tickets going back on sale, like ones they could retrieve from scalpers or whatever, but
they always do that though. They always have a second, like, last chance sort of thing, so we'll see. But the problem is they put them out at 11 o'clock and it's like, dude, I'm in the middle of my fucking work day. I can't stop work for 2 hours to sit in a fucking digital queue.
Yeah, I know. And yeah, it's kind of, I'm trying to think what the numbers they posted was. Like, I think they're estimating there's basically like 220% like people interested in it or whatever. Like, there's over 150,000 people that want to go, but only like 70,000 people can.
I'm thinking of doing it the PAX Dev way, going for that week or whatever, like the whole week.
Okay. Is that a new way to, like, a different way to get a pass?
Well, PAX Dev is they have a lot less tickets for it, but they also offer 3-day passes to people that go to PAX Dev for sale, not for free.
Right. So that's another means of looking at it. Like, I'm gonna try to actually, like, I'll actually submit an application for media this year just to see if I can free up my ticket for somebody, but who knows if that'll work. Like, I didn't even try last year because their wording is so, like, scary. They make it sound, like, super serious, and I was just like, oh, I don't think I qualify. I might get arrested. I don't even know.
I think the thing we have to remember is that PAX, for them, like, they're a business, first and foremost, so they want to make money. Mm-hmm. PAX is another form of making money for them, and it costs a shitload of money for them to put it on.
Yeah.
So they want to make that back, and since they're a bit, like, E3 has been around forever, it's kind of just like the thing you go to where people pay to show off their games or whatever, and then, like, almost anybody can get into it because they want to show stuff off, they want word of mouth to travel, blah, blah, blah.
Right, like, they are actively advertising at you, so they want more eyeballs on it.
PAX is very much a festival where it's like, if you want to come, you have to pay. So if you're truly media with a, like, business accreditation and all this sort of stuff, then yeah, sure. Yeah. But, like, you can't just be, like, a blogger. You have to have a business license, and you have to have done this and this, and...
Wait. The requirements for PAX are you must have a business card, right? I mean,
a business license, yeah.
No, for our requirements was just a business card. A card that says your business name on it.
For E3.
Well, E3, that was business card, but I remember when I went to PAX, it said specifically business license. I was like, Paul, do we have one of those? No? Okay,
we can do. I guess we could go to PAX. We have that.
There you go.
But I'm not going to PAX. I'm not going to any fucking conference until MagFest.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's because it's in your backyard. And you know what? I don't blame you, because why would you want to travel, like, across the states if you don't have to? If you have something that's pretty cool, little thing right there.
Listen, I'm making one trip across the state this year on my own dime, and that's going to be to come up to Canada for another 4 days, sometime in October.
Another 4 idiots 4 days?
Or 3 idiots. You know.
Oh, teasing it, and it's really depressing. We should get off that topic.
We should get off that topic.
Why would you say it like that?
I don't know. But, yeah, so I'm not doing any conferences.
You guys saying there's open editions for the 4th spot, or what's going on?
No.
No. Never mind.
No.
Just joking around.
Yeah,
don't submit your action video. Don't do that.
Actually, no. You
submit. Please. You want to be in that fourth or 5th spot on the idiots? Send your videos to lineofdudes.com, where we will review the best one and not get back to you.
And remember, the only way nudity is a requirement.
Is if you send the video. We will only watch the video if you put it in a place where it will not get views. I'm not going to your views. I'm not helping your YouTube channel because I am a dick, and we have the worst audio on YouTube.
And speaking of worst audio,
Vent. I've heard Vent is pretty good.
Ventrilo and Mumble are both good, but you need to pay for a server.
Can't I set up a free Ventrilo server?
Up to 8 people, yeah. But if you wanted to pay for a server, you could get random people jumping in and talking.
No, they can suck my ass.
We're live.
Oh. Again.
Take that, Ventrilo.
Take that, Ventrilo. Oh, fuck your... Pancake keeps telling me, dude, use Ventrilo for your audio. It normalizes it. And I keep telling him, one fucking time I messed the audio up, and now you want me to change my whole fucking setup. He's like, well, no.
Jesus, dude, calm down.
He does all the MMORPG stuff, and so Ventrilo is what they use. Right?
Okay. Of course. And
that's what they use when they're
TeamSpeak.
When they're not getting laid. You know, it's Ventrilo. That's what they go with.
Dude, I spent so much of my life in MMOs not getting laid.
Exactly. Don't get back into it. Erin's a good girl. Don't mess that up.
I don't think I could if I tried at this point.
There's all these things you can do.
Yeah. Oh no, trust me. I know things I could do, but I wouldn't.
Donkey punch her ass.
That wouldn't do it. It would take it would take more stuff that is just out of character for me, so it wouldn't happen anyway.
What, like picking up your
okay.
clothes?
No,
Oh,
you're such a piece of shit.
satires.
You're such a piece of shit. One time, just one time, I leave my socks around. Everybody on the internet fucking hears about it.
That's right. That's
I actually
right.
have. Anyway, whatever. There's a pile of socks and weird shirts right next to me, but it's fine.
I know,
working on
because
the
it's so easy to just take your socks off and then put them down.
Wait. Paul, hold on. Nathan.
Yeah.
How does a pile of shirts and socks equate to you working on a project?
I was chopping them up into rags. They're old shirts.
Oh,
So-
okay.
Yeah.
You did not chop up the Ballers t-shirt.
No, dude, of course not. Come on. I was actually looking for my Saints Row 2 shirt, but apparently I got rid of it.
Because you hate Saints Row.
Well, now I could be like a true Saints Row hipster and be like, nah, 2 is the best one. And just like walk around.
And never try never try 3?
Yeah, well, not play it ever again because it was wasting my time, but I don't know. Like, I still own it, so maybe I could try it again, but I don't know.
Yeah, I've got it. It's sitting in queue. It's been sitting in queue for like 4 months for me to play. I just...
I have it on PC too, but
Speaking of sitting in queue,
What's
that?
I bought Resident Evil 6 for $15.
Okay.
That's the one that came out this year.
Yeah,
Or-
for
yeah.
15
Yeah.
bucks.
Yeah, I've seen it around for 20. 15's a new low, so
Well,
I think I
15
traded
is-
it in for more than that.
15 is for the PlayStation Plus members.
oh, okay.
Okay.
Version of it. Did you download it and check it out or no?
I downloaded it last night. I mean, I obviously have yet to check it out because we're doing this.
Oh, right, yeah.
And I'm somebody just said still not worth it. So fantastic. There we go. Wasted
Yeah, you just
15
wasted
bucks.
15 bucks.
But I spent more than 15 bucks on cigarettes.
That's
or
true.
like roughly that.
That's true. Have you tried one of the blue cigarettes yet, Paul? Y'all
The
get those up there?
e-cigs?
Yeah, the blue.
Yeah, I've had an e-cig for a long time, but I ran out of the tips for it.
Just the tip. No, but the commercials down here have what's his name? Brad Dorff? Brad.
Okay, yeah.
The guy from Blade.
From Blade, yeah.
Yeah, he's we're all adults here. And he smokes his black cigarette, his black electric cigarette. I have a buddy who quit with him. He thinks they're pretty good.
Yeah, they're not bad. And they're vapor, so you can smoke them anywhere.
Yeah, except for planes, airports, restaurants.
Dude, you can't do anything at
Hospitals.
airports, though.
Definitely can't try to light my shoes on fire in an airport. They don't like that.
No, and you
Yep.
can't carry knives with you. They don't like that either.
They're talking about allowing little knives.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's more like you can't carry too much toothpaste or whatever, like that kind of thing. That gets kind of annoying. But travel size only.
Yeah,
It
it's
seems to
like,
be
what if I want to
that's
brush my
conspiracy,
teeth
dude.
3 times a day for a week? I'm
Right.
screwed.
I'm a dental freak. Like, what do you mean? I gotta keep them clean.
I have problems. I need to carry around my hand sanitizer.
Maybe if you have a doctor's note or something, but I don't know.
No, even
Well, I guess you
and,
can just check that stuff in, right?
dude, Transport Canada and the TSA don't give a shit what your problem is. If you're going to be in their vicinity, they're going to pick on you because they can. It's that simple.
Okay. And you work in an airport, right? So you have first-hand experience of how douchey they are, or no?
I deal with the TSA and Transport Canada regularly, yes. And some of them,
Okay.
like, it just goes with anything in life. Some of them are totally cool, and it's just like, nah, it's fine. It's this dude's dog, whatever. And, like, whatever, stamp it, and it's good. But, like, some of them are like, well, this guy's from Guatemala, and this dog might be full of cocaine or something, so we better hold it in quarantine for, like, they're just pricks.
It's weird. What you're describing right now, like having played a bunch of Papers, Please, it just sounds like that. Like, you're just like, oh, gotta check you out, scan you, gotta hold you for processing. Like that kind of thing.
But the
Like,
thing
no,
is,
it's
they
just-
don't get reprimanded for when they let something go. They just use their best judgment. So,
Okay, so they have maybe a little too much power. Like,
exactly.
these normal-
Dogsfullofcocaine.tumblr.com. Exactly. There you go. I don't know if that is. I don't know if that's a thing. It probably shouldn't be a thing. I don't want a whole website dedicated to dogs being full of cocaine.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't want it. That shouldn't be a thing. Because that doesn't make me feel good.
You know what makes me feel good? Drinking
When
this
somebody-
ice cold water.
Ice cold water. Okay, that's a nice.
All right, I got something we can talk about. All right, I watched Pitch Perfect this weekend.
Yes.
Originally under duress, and then I kind of liked it. It's fucking good. Anna Kendrick is silly hot. Silly hot. I don't know what it is.
I don't know if I agree with the hot part necessarily, but that's just me. That's me.
I mean,
it's fine.
She wasn't hot in Scott Pilgrim. I don't remember her from Twilight, but there were some scenes in
best friend. She's barely in there, but yeah.
But there's some scenes in Pitch Perfect where Chicks is pretty hot and can sing. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. I know Paul saw like 9/10 of this movie, but
I never did see the last 10 minutes, but
not because they turned it off. They got kicked out.
The dog dies. Where did you get kicked out?
Of the theater.
Caught fire or something. Yeah.
Oh wow.
No, it didn't catch fire. Somebody pulled the alarm and everyone had to be evacuated.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, so I didn't get to see the last 10 minutes, but from what I assume happened, because they talk about it so goddamn much, the theme from The Breakfast Club, Don't You Forget About Me, is the final song.
It's a mix. It's a mashup.
Yeah, it's a mashup.
She does the bender arm raised up in the air thing.
Yeah, I said that too, and I even took it one further and said they might end on the freeze frame of that if they're.
I don't think they did. No,
oh,
they didn't.
That sucks.
Almost got the hat trick. But
that was dumb though. At the end of Breakfast Club, that they froze on that. I mean, I get it. It's 1985, but still, that was a dumb place to freeze because. First off, Judd Nelson, is that his name?
Judd Nelson, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a twat. So, I mean, I wouldn't have frozen on him. Freeze on Molly Ringwald. She was hot. Redhead. Yeah.
I never saw
Well,
that.
she's 80s good looking, I should say. There, you look back now at the girls from the 80s, and is there anybody you really qualify as hot other than Kelly LeBrock from, Weird Science, the movie, not, Steven Seagal.
What about Leah Thompson?
No.
What?
Okay. No. That's
Phoebe Cates.
See, this is something I would have to think about.
Phoebe Cates is rare, but she has one where you see her boobies, and that was awesome.
Sure.
Okay.
Name another. Phoebe Cates and I'm trying to think of 80s little vixens. Jennifer Grey's nose was funny.
Okay.
Then she had surgery, and now she looks really good. She looks, then they took out the crooked. I don't know what that was about.
They took out the crooked.
Exactly. But you see what I'm saying? You can't think back to the 80s and think of hot. Like, I can think to, look something recent. The chick from, Kate, what's her name? The chick from, Underworld.
Beckinsale.
Right? Beckinsale, yeah.
She is hot. I mean, that leather, the chopped black hair, the blue eyes.
I still don't see that either. I'm not.
Are you sure? Oh wait, hold on. Let me. All right, I got this.
Yeah,
Hold
let's
on.
go. Yeah, okay.
All right, I got this. Do you remember Gerard Butler from 300, Paul? He was hot, right? Come on.
You're such a piece of shit. But I
knew it was going to go that way
I'm
somehow,
comfortable in my sexuality enough to say yes.
All right, hold on. So
but
give
you are
us
such a piece of shit.
Give Nathan and I
Like
who you think is hot.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I mean, Nathan knows. Nathan, go ahead.
What? Like, list who you think is hot?
Like a list of at least probably 5.
It's a weird, friendship quiz.
Yeah.
Well, Christina Hendricks comes up a lot.
That is number 1. Yes.
Who? Oh,
okay.
Good God.
From Mad Men, Christina Hendricks.
Oh.
Trying to I know we've had conversations along this line before, but I'm trying to pick out names.
Oh, come on, really? Do you need a
Yeah.
Oh, look at the cans. Look at the cans on that chick.
Okay.
Do you need a hint? Super bad.
Super bad. Okay, yeah, Emma Stone. Sorry, that should be obvious. You're right.
Where's this girl been my whole life?
You should watch Mad Men.
Oh wait, you just discovered?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, or Firefly. I guess she was even.
She was in one episode of that, and she was crazy and was trying to marry Nathan Fillion's character.
I want to say.
Oh, that's right. Did she have a boob job or something?
No,
No,
she's not. Yeah.
The freaking I mean, those things are huge.
I know.
Whoa, hold on.
The
I gotta
most important thing.
I gotta do a Bing search because Google blocks stuff. Hold on.
Okay.
What's her name again?
Christina Hendricks.
Yeah.
This is odd. It's like, dude, that show's been on for like 6 years.
No,
I don't
dude.
watch that show.
Dude, this is
Okay.
perfect. It's like
Okay.
the first
This is a
discovery.
live reaction. Yeah, first impression.
I'm trying to see if there's a shot of her boobs anywhere.
Oh, there's tons of them, but not naked.
Yeah, she's definitely got something. There's a picture of Christina. I love when you search images. I get a picture of a wheel.
A wheel?
Yeah,
Wheel?
I see a lot of fake pictures. Nothing real though.
All right, so the only thing that we proved here is that Nathan is a better friend. Actually, no, it just means
like
that.
got 1.5 names? Or
No, it's
like,
it's just that we've spent like 100 weeks almost for 2 hours talking.
Stuff. Yeah, sure. So stuff like this has come up before in the past.
A few times.
Okay. Yeah.
Probably.
Every now and then it seems to happen. And Rosario Dawson? Nope. We went into that in detail.
Right.
So
Black girls in general. Like, as
don't
a
need
general.
to revisit it.
As a
Wait,
generalization.
What?
Oh, racism.
She's all right.
We got into this whole self-examination, exploration of that whole thing. So, yeah, it was good times. What were we talking about prior to that, though? Kate Beckinsale's hot. The 80s weren't hot. The hair was too big and shoulder pads were crazy, something
And
like that.
I think you
Yeah.
said Phoebe Cates.
I said
Oh.
Phoebe Cates.
Yeah.
Rosario. All right, Rosario Dawson might be back on my list. There's some pictures of her naked.
Oh, if you Trance is a movie for you, maybe. In that case,
Is this?
Hewitus.
Oh, she was in Alexander. Okay.
Oh, okay. There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Colin.
I think I own that movie. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that.
I heard that was a
Yeah.
bad movie, though.
It was.
I did. But anyway,
What the hell?
speaking of movies that may or may not be, I don't know. Are you guys excited about Iron Man?
Yeah.
Third one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Why not? Yeah.
It's Iron
Making
Man.
hundreds of millions of dollars overseas, so people like it.
Sure.
Critics are starting to chime in. It's supposed to be really good. So yeah. I don't
What does Ebert say about it?
know. He didn't get a chance to weigh in on that.
He said, "Oh my God, my heart feels like it's about to explode."
No, he's awful quiet on this movie.
2 thumbs
Yeah.
up.
Wah, wah, wah. Yeah, 2 thumbs up.
Have they
Just-
like?
I mean,
is there a gravestone?
Maybe
or-
that's a... Sorry, I was almost going to say, maybe that's the topic. There used to be a time when it was, too soon, but now that we're running on internet time, it's like, dude, that was, 100 years ago.
oh, it was.
Everyone got over that, because that was a long time ago when that happened.
They're running on
Seriously.
Swatch time.
Kind of. Yeah, if you're running on Swatch time, yeah, dude, it's been months, years, maybe. I don't know.
Decades?
Seems like it. Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know
I've
anything about Swatch time.
Swatch time. Beats. That's the one thing I remember about Swatch time.
Sure.
Everything was divided into beats. I think a day had 1,000 beats. I used to have an app that had Swatch time, but it was
Okay,
not
so
useful.
1,000 beats a day. Ebert died years ago.
Yes.
Okay. I am so
So-
fucking confused right now.
Yeah, so we're allowed to joke about Iron Man, I guess, in relation to that. Ben Kingsley's in it. I think that'll be cool.
As
Man? Isn't that his name?
Mandarin.
What's his name?
Yeah.
Mandarin, yeah.
What, is
Are
that
there
a bad-
not any Asian people that could have played that role? I mean, are there not any Indian people that could have played Gandhi? Why is Ben Kingsley the go-to guy for not white roles?
Because
No, he's-
people of different
He can-
ethnicities cannot act.
Apparently that's what the thought is, and it just irritates me because don't get me wrong, Ben Kingsley is a really pretty good actor, right? I
really
mean,
pretty good.
he was
Like-
pretty good in Searching for Bobby Fischer. He was
Mhm.
pretty good in. That's pretty much all I have, right? I mean, he was
Sure.
good in The Limey. I think he was in The Limey. I think he was good. Is that the one? The Limey?
Yeah.
No, he's not in the line. He's in Sexy Beast. He plays
Sexy
like a-
Beast. Yeah, those two came out
Yeah.
around the same time, right? One's Terrence Stamp. One's what's his face?
Yeah, the guy Ray Winstone.
Okay. Either way,
Yeah, okay.
there's not a whole lot of stuff out. I mean, why is Ben Kingsley your guy?
Because
first
he's
off,
bald.
who's the generation watching this? It's going to span, a lot of people who don't know who the fuck Ben Kingsley is.
But they all saw that Prince of Persia movie, so they've already seen him.
Oh, that's right. He played a Persian guy, right? I mean, he played
He was the evil vizier or whatever. Yeah.
Again, because apparently Hollywood believes that there's nobody out there better than an old British white dude to play that role.
Maybe it's just like acting in the correct language. Like it's just like, well, this is an English-speaking film. We got all these Indian guys, but they have this accent. People don't like the accent.
Nathan, you do an Indian accent right now. Go.
Oh, dude, it would just be me impersonating Peter Sellers,
Okay, do it.
Indian man from like oh no, I refuse to do it.
Okay,
I can't do it.
Eno, do yours.
Okay. It's just gonna be like birdie dum dum, but it's that's the thing.
Okay, that works.
Jim Carrey.
Now I'm
Jim
on.
Carrey did it on TV.
Jim Carrey did on what?
Jim Carrey did it on television. It's fine. It's not racist.
See, the problem is everybody who does it Indian does it as Apu from The Simpsons, not Peter Sellers doing somebody else. It's Apu. That's
no. Everyone loves the party, right? Didn't everyone grow up with that? I'm just okay. Fine. You're right. I've revealed my weird pop culture inclinations. Apu is good though.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, played by Hank Azaria.
I just always want Nathan to do voices because he never does. So
just gotta trap me at some
all right,
point.
Nathan, give us your best Sean Connery.
Dude, that's a hard one to just pull out.
Yeah, it is. I don't even.
All right, Christopher Walken. Everybody does Christopher Walken.
I don't want to do voices. I'm not like I just saw a voice acting panel where people were like awkwardly doing voices in front of people. It was weird. I don't. I'm scared. Don't do this.
Christopher Walken. Try it.
No, I don't want to.
Christopher Walken is tough, man.
It's such a hard one.
All right, so there's if I could do voices, it would be Christopher Walken, Morgan Freeman, a better Sean Connery, and I have a couple more.
Wait, no. You said a better Sean Connery. Okay, I need to hear
better than
Sean
Nathan.
Connery. No.
Better than my Sean Connery, which is
see, there you go.
Yeah. Okay. Paul, why don't you do voices? You're the one goading all of us into doing stuff. Do your best. I don't know, Christian Bale voice right now. Do it. Not Batman.
My best what?
Just Christian Bale in The Prestige.
I thought you said Gershon Bale. I'm just like, who the fuck is Gershon? Christian Bale in The Prestige? How the fuck does he even talk?
Do your best Christian Bale in The Machinist. Go.
Yeah, okay.
I'm so skinny. I don't know what he says in that movie. I don't know how he sounds.
Eat something. Eat something. I'm Christian Bale. That guy. I love him. Loved him in the Dragon movie with Matthew McConaughey.
Oh,
Fire Down Below or what? Rain of Fire. Yeah.
Rain of Fire. Yeah.
Okay.
No, seriously. How does Christian Bale even sound like as a normal human being?
He's British.
British guy.
Yeah.
Is he?
Man.
Yeah, he's completely British. I thought he was Canadian at first because he's kind of dumb.
See, I didn't even know that. So like, how the hell would I? We're telling you to do like an Indian accent or like Sean Connery stuff that is like, what it sounds like. It's like, yeah, do Matthew McConaughey. Like, why would you just pick a random person?
Yeah, do Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey does have a specific way he talks.
Matthew McConaughey, yeah.
Right, he's not a good example because people mimic him all the time, especially with his, why I like high school girls, that weird drawl.
I get older,
they stay the same age.
All right, yeah,
all right,
exactly, yeah. But
let's do Charlie Chaplin.
Good job, guys.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. First time.
No, I can't do voices very well, honestly.
No, yeah. I just do
I
Luigi.
Really don't want to record it. Come on.
Do Luigi.
Oh man, I hate being put on the spot.
You're just doing a random Italian accent, aren't you?
It's totally
like
stereotype.
Mario. Yeah, exactly.
Mario, I fucking hate you.
You're just a stereotype then.
Yeah, I am. I got him a meatball thrower, Mario.
Yeah, exactly. It's a me, random Italian guy.
Fucking the boss. You gotta end stuff with the A at the end. I could do your snake voice.
Oh fuck. Yeah, I'm trying to. I just had a cigarette. So
do the line. Do the line, but bleep out the word. You know,
isn't the line just like Metal Gear? Like that's all you're supposed to do when you're doing a snake voice.
No, there's a line from one of our videos that everybody asks what he said.
Oh, okay.
I had to bleep it.
What was it? It's like, I saved all of you. You ungrateful.
Oh, Mr. J. Yeah. So fucking.
Oh my god, that Harley Quinn voice is still terrifying.
That's that's my next gig. I'm gonna be the transsexual Harley Quinn. You know.
I find it ironic that smoking too many cigarettes has actually made my snake voice worse.
Oh, weird.
Hey, do you guys watch?
A lot.
Do you guys watch the Venture Brothers? By the way.
No,
I've been meaning to start now that it's on Netflix. But
just season 1. It's outstanding.
I've heard this.
It's funny. The video, every episode ends like you're like, what? Because every episode ends the way you don't think it should end. Without giving away spoilers, it does this like thing where you like, you think that it's give you some closure and it doesn't. And of course it's got Patrick Warburton as Brock Sampson, my favorite character. And it's, a couple of the brothers and stuff. It's very much, I thought it was a kid's show. Very much not a kid's show at all. Very much a adult oriented show. You should definitely check it out. Good.
Right. Well, it's like Adult Swim, like after a certain time on Cartoon Network or whatever, right? So
yeah,
there you go. I've heard it has like a lot of continuity stuff too. Like the seasons have arcs and their stories that connect and all this stuff.
To a degree, but they only have one season on Netflix. Right? Yeah. So now I'm going through and watching Robot Chicken, all of the first season of Robot Chicken, and then after that I'm going to watch Adventure Time.
Robot Chicken is really good when you're stoned. I
don't smoke weed, so I would know about that.
I don't anymore, but that was one of the best things to watch because each segment is only like a couple minutes long.
I know.
If that, yeah.
The whole episode's only 15, right? Less than 15, like 13 and a half or something like that.
Yeah, so blah, blah, blah. We have Pixel Response, Awful Gamer, do not condone illicit substances, blah, blah, blah. What drugs have you guys done?
What?
I
drink coffee every day.
Okay, so caffeine. You need your caffeine fix.
Do caffeine.
Some of that alcohol.
A little bit of everything that ends in an "ene," really.
That's true.
Benzene,
not
codeine.
So much taurine. I don't do taurine often.
Taurine. Yeah, that's in energy drinks.
Yeah.
Guarine. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, guarine. What are some other
enes?
Nicotine.
Yeah, I do nicotine.
Yeah, nicotine. There's that. Meth.
Don't be a fool. Stay in school.
Kidding. Don't do meth.
Yeah, the blue crystals from that
If there's
show.
one drug you shouldn't do, it's probably meth. I'm just going to say that.
Unless you want your house clean or you need to pass an exam. I'm not condoning it, but seriously, if you need to clean your house, it works.
If you want to clean your house, do some meth? That's some terrible advice.
I'm just saying, no, I'm not condoning it at all. I'm just saying
that at the same time, I do
like, does it put you in an OCD kind of state or something?
Yes. Yes. You got to study for an exam? Snort it on up. All right, you're going to just then go study. It's the weirdest thing. And I'm not condoning it. Message, right? Hey.
Okay.
Public service
disclaimers all over that.
Yeah.
How about some saying that's what it's some heroin? What are you guys on? Tell me right now. Let me know.
Either.
Paul at pixel-response.com. What drugs are you addicted to?
If you do enough cocaine, it sounds like you're talking in a bell. That's what I've heard anyway.
It sounds like you're Taco Bell?
Sounds like you're talking in a bell.
Oh.
Like you're sitting in a bell and talking, like vibrating off the walls talking. That's what I've heard. Rumors. Don't do drugs, kids. Stay in school.
But if you want to do drugs,
Eno
Mezzo at theawfulgamer.com. That's not true. I don't think that's even an email.
I don't. That's actually a YouTube channel. I no, we don't condone drugs here. Don't do drugs here. Mainly
Not
because they're
here.
hard to come by. But we don't
They're
do drugs.
expensive.
They're expensive.
But if you want to sell drugs,
I-
I hear that's lucrative.
I would say that the moment they legalize weed in the States, I will have no problem with smoking weed. But while it's illegal, I still won't touch it.
Right.
That's kind of where I'm at too. Yeah.
You know?
I'm
I'm
just,
not going to
like,
break the law.
Yeah.
I just don't do weed anymore because I get super paranoid and I hate my life. I get this feeling that it's like,
Those.
I get that high where it's just like, oh my god, I'm always going to feel this way. I fucked up. Nothing's ever going to be the same again. And then I realize it's been 2 minutes and I'm fine. But,
Hold on one second, Paul.
yeah.
Yes, they legalized weed in Colorado, but at the state level, which still means it's still a federal offense. So if the DEA were to show up to your house, they could arrest your ass for smoking weed. The staties won't do it though. Just saying.
There you go. A little inside tip there. So he didn't say anything about selling weed. So go ahead and make your meth and then sell it to little kids. Go to the
It's okay.
schoolyards.
What? No, stop that. No, stay away from schoolyards. No drugs. What was that
Alcohol?
line
What
from
about alcohol?
Pulp Fiction? What was that line from Pulp Fiction about weed in Amsterdam? It's legal to smoke it. It's illegal to carry it. When John Travolta's sitting in the car talking to Sam.
Like the same conversation that has burgers and Royales and all that. Yeah.
yeah. It's the lead into that. I thought.
Yeah, I can't remember. I haven't watched it in a while.
No, I think it's illegal to smoke it on the street, legal to smoke it in, like, I'm not talking about the movie anymore. I think this is just how it is in, like, certain places.
Hey, Paul.
Yeah.
Would you give another man a foot massage?
Fuck no. You kidding me?
It's just fuck you.
I'd probably not be very good at massaging in general, but I
got
know.
one on. I got a massage on Thursday.
Wait, Nathan,
Was
you've
it
never
good?
had to give a massage?
Well, no, like back, but foot. Like, what do you do? Just kind of roll the toes or something? Or
Why don't
Yeah,
you come
roll the
over
toes.
this weekend? I'll show you.
If you bend
Oh,
the
okay.
toes all the way back, it feels good. I
don't think that sounds suspicious.
No, yeah, my wife and I have a monthly membership to this thing she signed us up for. When I first went to my first one, I was apprehensive, getting a massage, chick touching you, whatever, because I only get chicks to do it. And the first girl beat me to death. Like, she really just wore me out with her. She was really rough, she really manhandled me, but in a female way. The second girl was brand new, and she was pretty good. Just the right touch. And it's different. You go out there feeling a lot better. You go out feeling a lot better when you go than you went in. And, like, they'll target areas. Like, I normally get my shoulders done, and it's about 50 minutes. It feels good if you get a chance. You can go to, like, one of those schools where they teach massagery. And
Okay.
And they'll do it for like a quarter of the price, and you can at least try it and get one done. If you want.
And worst case scenario, it's like, well, they're amateurs still, so.
Yeah, and the best case scenario is you get a savant who's just good with her hands, and make sure you get it done by a girl because it's just weird. Another man rubbing on you.
True.
Not
True
that there's nothing wrong with that, but it's still not.
I think there was a whole Seinfeld episode about that. But,
There isn't anything wrong with it, but there is, like, kind of a creepy feel. I don't know. It's just weird. I can't do it either. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they should. Yeah, never mind. I can't talk about it.
Little hands.
Okay.
Little hands, big problems.
Yep. That's mantra right there.
Make your junk look huge. All right.
Yep, and then he just goes ahead and says it anyway. Oh, there was a bust here recently of a bunch of happy ending massage parlors.
Really?
The cops apparently have nothing better to do than pick on a bunch of Asians trying to get their green card by giving a few hand jobs. So that was kind of weird.
Did they catch you in there, or were you just upset that they closed it down before you could go back?
No, I just thought it was kind of weird, like a weird thing to focus attention to. When everybody that goes in there knows what they're going in there for, they pay, and there's nothing, like, wrong about it. I don't know. I'm of the mind that prostitution should be legal as well, though. So
It's gonna be if you want it legal, then it has to be regulated.
That's what
Right,
I mean. because
like taxed and stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
not only taxed, but like the FDA down here, right? We're going to, you're going to get tested. You're going to have to be tested. You're going to have your testing up to date. Anybody caught without it can get a serious penalty or fine. We'll do away with pimps because it'll become a legitimate business where everybody has to pay taxes. Just like weed, legalize weed, pay taxes. That's, we can you legalize drugs in either Canada or the U.S., and any debt that either country incurs is gone. Right? I mean, it's just gone off the taxes on those drugs. Plus, we're thinning out the herd too, which, isn't a bad thing considering the human species is a virus.
Jesus, that got dark. All right.
I'm just saying, I'm not against thinning out the herd of stupidity.
Sure.
Where it fits, but
so
I do believe
what
that
you're
we
saying
should-
is we need to kill half of the YouTube commenters. Because that's where stupidity festers.
I'd start there. I would start on YouTube.
You would-
I would actually make it mandatory that there's no more anonymity in the internet. You want to make a comment on YouTube, you put your phone number and your home address down on your YouTube channel. So if any comment you'd say can be tracked right back to your ass.
Well,
Right.
I almost feel like, like the way I have kept like the same name and stuff, like it is easier than easy to figure out exactly who I am. So I'm pretty transparent about that. Like if you type Krasnor in, it's going to say Nathaniel Rohr, like lives here, all this stuff. So I don't know why worry about it. But
Well, I mean, you do want some level of obscurity.
right.
I mean, you could probably dig in and find my real name if you didn't know
Like I
it.
do my banking over at stuff like that.
No, I don't, not that, but
Oh, weird. Here's like my background image on my what? Hold on. I'm looking at images.
You just
with my
Googled your
name.
name and you found out that people are looking into your bedroom, basically.
No, I'm just doing an image search, and it's like a bunch of stuff I've uploaded, which is pretty great. But, weird. Why is there a picture of Noam Chomsky? What's going on?
Chomsky.
Game Jam 2013.
Okay, so are we just Googling our own names now? Is that the thing that we're doing? Wait, what did you
Yeah, here's
Google?
a photo of me.
Did you Google your name or your online persona?
Google
My
your
name.
online persona. I googled my online persona. You Google yours and tell me how many hits you get. How many results you get.
Online persona.
39,200.
You get 39,000 for exposure.
Yeah, about 39,200 results in
1,300.
Oh. Beat me by
Wait.
100. And let's
What?
see what we have here.
If you Google the awful gamer,
Yeah,
3,520,000 results.
Nice.
that's pretty good.
Krasnor is 363,000. So,
Pixel response, you got to beat again. 10 million on pixel response.
Yep.
but is that like a term or?
That is
Well-
an actual tech term, yes.
Yeah. So there you go. Cheating. That's how we did it.
Yeah, that's how we made our big bucks.
We're ego searching each
Almost
other
fucked.
here.
Capcom Classics Collection. What?
At 39,000 for exposure, I got none. 8,470 on one, and then 17,000 on my emo Meta. Let me put in my real name and see how many I get.
Should we say your real name? Has your real
My-
name ever been said online?
Occasionally, but not too many times. My real name, 2,180,000 hits.
Really?
And yeah, and I think it's like
There's a picture of my cousin with root beer when I. Anyway, this is great. This is internet cast. We're doing some internet. Wow, this is
The
amazing.
first
I haven't
thing
done
that
this
comes
in-
up when you Google my name is my LinkedIn profile. That's
yeah, same here.
Hmm.
Yeah, same here. Mine's right on the top.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people with my name apparently. I'm going to go. You remember that movie, The One?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Jet
You're going to
Li.
be the only one.
Yeah,
So you're gonna go to other dimensions and kill the other, Mezzos to gain their power.
that's right.
Okay.
I'll be the only one.
How many
Best
results on
around.
Google do you have? Podcast at pixel-response.com. Anyways.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. We can get back to talking about not us. Narcissists over here. It's crazy.
It happens. It happens
God.
when you're rich and famous, when you're making the chugga change.
Yeah. Again, what? Okay, is there any like world affairs that have happened last week that are of any interest? Or
Hold on. If you Google "come see my boner," the first result is LSH's fucking Pokemon video. That is so funny. I am going to have Google take that down immediately because that is fucking false advertising. There's no boner there to see.
I am fed up with people telling me that I can see their boner and being fed Pokemon instead. I'm
Yes.
sick of it. The internet is full of lies. There you go.
and I have safe search on. It doesn't matter. Image 1, come see my boner, is a dick.
Oh my god, what are you looking at? Can you send me that picture? I mean, can you? How did you search it?
What I just said. Whatever. Okay.
Did you bookmark it?
No.
I legitimately laughed so hard I got lightheaded there.
Come see my boner.
Nathan looking at boners.
Nathan.
Classic Nathan.
I don't know what this.
Oh, Nathan. That's
Yeah.
Oh, that's our Nathan. Wah,
That's our
wah.
Then it freeze frame. I was just looking away.
Yeah, kind of shrug and then yeah. Exactly.
Oh,
I forget what I was trying to ask.
I kind of forgot to.
Yeah.
News that happened this week. Nintendo.
Oh no, I don't know. I don't follow the news.
Are they
The news is sad.
Have to.
still talking about the Boston Bombers at all, or is that completely gone now? Is that done?
they're still talking about it.
Really?
I just can't keep. I can't
It's definitely
keep
not dominating the conversation like it did for that week or whatever. But
No,
Sure.
we caught him. No reason. We caught him. I mean, it is what it is. It's
has the other brother said anything? Like,
well, he's dead.
no, like the living one.
Too soon, Nathan. Too
Also-
soon.
He's probably saying a whole lot of no, stop hitting me, no.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
What do you guys feel about vigilantism?
Well,
People taking the law into their own hands.
if I had Bruce Wayne money, it'd be okay.
What about the chugga change?
If I had chug a change, I'd be thinking about it. With the current money that we make, I'd say no.
Sure.
Like a kick-ass game where you can buy like a wetsuit and a couple sticks. Would you go out on the street and start hitting people? No.
First off, Nathan, the moment you want to do that, I'll pay for the wetsuit and the sticks. If you would like to go out on the street and start attacking people or saving people, I'll pay. I'll bring a camera.
Nathan,
be
the most unlikely person to just randomly hit people.
Yeah.
Just walk up to somebody with a stick and hit them.
We got a mask on, it's like
Can't see me. Don't know who I am.
Well, when you have a mask on,
Jones-
all bets are off.
And,
Phoenix Jones is the only guy I know about that kind of does that, right? Is he
yeah,
a superhero guy?
Yeah.
he's not a superhero.
Right. He's a guy that runs around and
Nathan, you know that superheroes aren't real.
Right. Sorry.
Powers don't exist.
Again, I'm basing this off of a kick-ass type
Yeah.
thought process. So, dude in a costume that punches stuff. I don't know. It's probably not a good idea, but at the same time, I don't know. I'm not sure if it's just rap music or movies, but I don't trust cops. Like they're kind of just a gang. Yeah.
I get no. I'm just messing with it. I get what you're saying, but you know what? They have the whole blue code down here.
Okay.
They protect themselves, but I gotta believe that the majority of them are in it for not nefarious reasons. You know what I mean? They're in it to legitimately help people. And
I would
not do
hope
creepy
so.
shit.
That might be like
otherwise-
highly relative to which region. Like I don't know.
I mean, I don't know about the
don't have-
Mounties guys. I don't know what the Mounties do. I mean, they're on horses and shit all day, and those red
Right.
jackets and stuff. I mean, I might
Clearly
be pissed.
something's off already.
Yeah, I mean, if Dudley Do Right might be taking some money under the table, it might be.
I don't know what it is. I think it's just like I've seen too many movies with corrupt cops to remember the like 5 movies with good cops. It's just like it's not an equal narrative. Like End of Watch is all about hero cops in LA, pretty
Yeah.
much, but there's still some kind of shady business going on.
But Showdown in Little Tokyo is about good cops.
Okay. I saw Place Beyond the Pines, and there's corrupt cops in there.
Jackie Chan in Super Cop was a good cop. In fact, he was super.
Rapid
But
Fire.
without cops in the department good too, or were they kind of not so much?
I don't know.
Like,
They had a minority doing all the dirty work. What do you think?
Right, exactly. Like it's looks okay on the surface, but Serpico's the good guy, and then there's a whole bunch of bad ones.
I watched Safe yesterday with Safe with Jason Statham and random Asian chick.
Okay, yeah.
And I watched something else. We'll get to that in a second. Oh, that was the same movie. It was and it had the guy who played Bruce Willis's son in the new Die Hard movie. He was in it too. I can't think of his name. Big tank of a kid.
Oh, right. What's his name? I'm looking at the cast list. I am not seeing it.
It's a good. He's fine in it. Big guy. He's a big dude.
Mm-hmm.
But the Safe was good. I mean, it's Jason Statham. Although he did a lot more gunplay and a lot less chopsaki. It was a lot less kung fu-y stuff. More of him shooting the shit out of people.
Okay.
And it was extremely violent. And it was good. I mean, it started off really rough and it kind of picked up. And there's not a whole lot of the main female actress is known, and the guy who plays her father in the movie is pretty well known in terms of a character actor. But I suggest, if you want to try it, if you like Jason Statham, it's a pretty good movie.
Mm-hmm. I'm still looking for that dude's name. I totally forgot.
I like that Crank movie. That movie's good.
Crank.
Whatever.
Crank 2.
I like that movie. What?
Okay, it's good. Yeah.
Oh, fuck you. That seems like the movie you would be so into. You're giving me shit because I like Crank?
I like Amy Smart.
Okay. Fair enough.
She's kind of hot, right? I mean, come on.
She was in The Butterfly Effect.
That doesn't matter.
I know. I'm just saying.
She bones fucking Jason Statham on the freaking mailbox.
And, in the middle of Chinatown?
Yeah.
I gotta admit, I like that part.
Right. She made out with Carmen Electra and Starsky and Hutch. That was the thing.
The guy's name is Jai Alexander Courtney.
Right.
He was Varro in Spartacus Blood and Sand. That's where you watch something and you're like, I kind of think I know that guy. He was in Blood and Sand. He's a big dude. And he is fucking he's so young.
Oh, and Jack Reacher.
Lucky bastard. I saw that too. I liked it. That's what I was watching. That's what I watched yesterday too.
Okay. I did like that movie.
I did too.
It was not bad.
Yeah, it wasn't great. I don't like Tom Cruise at all in anything, but it was a cool movie. It was fun to watch. Mm-hmm. That's what he was in. He wasn't in Safe. He was in that one.
Okay.
They had 2 movies with Russian mobsters.
Okay.
So it happens you get them mixed up.
Yeah, I like the car chase in that movie a lot. It just has a lot of chaos to it that I felt was more accurate than what I'd normally see. Well, at least how I'd imagine an actual car chase would go. People are not pulling off the most insane stunts ever. They're kind of sliding into walls and stuff sometimes.
Right.
And I thought that was neat. And they kind of just seem to take count of every bullet that gets fired in a way that was more detailed than not. Dudes are reloading and missing, and those bullets are hitting things. And I don't know. I thought it was neat. But yeah. Jack Reacher. He investigates a mystery or something. There was a sniper.
Jack Reacher, lineofdudes.com.
Yeah.
That guy was in that. Yeah. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. I got to get up in 5 hours. I will leave you guys to finish this up. I will talk to you probably tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh, Paul, you still there, or did Paul fall asleep?
I fell asleep.
Oh,
you're so bored with Jai Courtney talk and corrupt cops and everything?
Kind of. Corrupt cops.
Okay.
I mean, fuck
corrupt
them.
Cops. Do you trust? Well, do you just trust your regular cops on the street? You see a cop, do you expect him to help you or shoot you?
I expect him to shoot me, but I would be happy if he helped me.
Okay. Happily surprised.
All right, you goofballs. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, goodbye now.
Goodbye now. Good day, sir.
But yeah.
Cops.
Fuck the police. Coming straight from the underground.
Right.
A young nigga got it bad because I'm brown. And not the other colors, so police think they have the authority to kill a minority.
I wish I could quote rap lyrics like that. I just don't know. I don't remember them. Can't remember most songs I hear, apparently.
Yeah.
Harder, better, faster, stronger. That's the song.
Call Me Maybe. Hey, I Just Met You.
Yep. Right. Yeah. That's okay. Do you want to hear anything about the expo or no? Not really. I bought stuff. There was.
Sure. Tell me about what you bought, but like as far as the expo goes, like it's a hall with vendors and what's it called?
Yeah, it's kind of like the most expensive flea market, but it's one that I like. So
sure.
It caters to
and
my
panels.
And panels, yeah. There were less panels I was like pretty psyched about this year, just because I don't know. They seem to kind of go for like a current TV shows that are popular focus.
And there weren't many last year, from what I remember either. I think I saw 2.
It was like Star Trek stuff that if you weren't there for Star Trek, yeah, maybe there wasn't much going on.
I wasn't.
I was up on that stuff, so I was pretty excited. Like, yeah, this year it's like, hey, are you a big fan of Game of Thrones, Walking Dead, or Castle? Oh,
and it's just like, are you a big fan? No. Do you kind of like them? I guess.
Yeah, like
okay.
I could see a panel with Nathan Fillion, but then it was like full, and I didn't get to see that panel. But yeah, I'm assuming he talked about Castle. I don't know. That dude was also on things I like, but I haven't even seen Castle. Maybe it's a great show.
The biggest problem I think with the Calgary Expo, and I think like I don't know if it's necessarily a problem, is that I think they try to blow their load on too many like big gets at one time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just kind of like. Actually, I know this is going to sound weird because I was pissed off with the way they handled things last year, but I think they did it right last year in the respect that it's like, well, everybody here is from this TV show. They're all together sort of thing. So like Star Trek fans, here you go. And then this year it just seemed like, like HBO, we basically have the HBO cast from different things.
Well, not really. Like it's like we have 2 people from Game of Thrones. Hey, Walking Dead? We have 3 people from that.
I know that's weird to me. I don't like that.
Like Doctor Who, like that kind of thing.
It's just a weird mashup of like we're gonna grab 1 or 2 guys or like women from everything that's popular.
Like it's kind of smart though because it's like diversifying the lineup, right? So it's like there was a lot of people there for very different reasons. Seemed to be the kind of tactic they were playing.
Sure.
In terms of like spreading people around. Which in theory works great. Like it's like, hey, well some people are here and they're big Star Wars fans and they're only here to see Carrie Fisher and all that. Like Ian McDermott, they're excited about that. Whereas this other person's here for Doctor Who stuff, so they're gonna go see these panels. Like, like try to kind of keep it spread out. But for me, I guess they weren't really paying much attention to the John Carpenter Weird Al crossover because they booked those guys at the exact same time. And I was just like, damn, man, I would have gone to both of those.
To be honest, there was one thing I was super bummed about, and I wanted to see the Weird Al concert. That's it.
Yeah, I did go to the Weird Al concert. I was trying to make a segue into that with the Twinkie Wiener sandwich bit, but that was hours ago, so don't worry about it. Yeah, he was there. It was fun. I enjoyed his panel more maybe because it's just kind of him talking, just kind of sharing some thoughts and whatever. Like I've seen those songs perform before. I guess I saw him a couple years ago, so I've seen what a Weird Al concert consists of.
Sure.
This one had new songs in it and stuff, and new video stuff. Like he puts up a bunch of video stuff like in between wardrobe changes. Like there's a bunch of that between each song. Like they'll dress up in a completely different thing to remind you of that music video or whatever. Like, hey, it's Gangster's Paradise, but it's not. It's Amish Paradise, all that stuff. Or Fat. He comes out in the big costume. That was the closer before the encore and whatnot. But I don't know. I was actually impressed with how many people were there. It was a pretty good turnout. Way bigger venue than the last place I saw him. It was like next door to a casino near a bowling alley. Frank Sissons or something. Wasn't that a place?
Oh, the Silver Dollar Casino?
Yeah, that's where he was 4 years ago.
Amazing.
For straight out of Linwood. So and the thing is always true of Weird Al concerts is you get the most insane age range. So you have little kids there and then 75-year-old people. Just everybody and everything in between all there because he's been doing stuff for 30 years.
And is still doing stuff.
Yeah, and it's mostly family friendly. So you can bring anybody out to that, and yeah, I don't know. That was fun. You couldn't get tickets to that, or you just didn't look into it really?
I didn't really look into it. I moved, or I had my
Yeah.
Final walkthrough the next day anyway.
So there's a lot going on, yeah. I'm glad we got nice weather for it and everything. There was only, like, they were clearly responding to what happened last year, like, maybe too much. Like, I was basically, in a kind of joking manner, comparing it to, like, fascism versus communism. Like,
Okay.
like last year was too far to the left, or whatever, so they oversold, they overextended themselves, overpromised things, and then had to suffer consequences. This time, they like locked things down, so there was just like security guards up in your face, like everywhere, people guiding you to like specific areas, like you trying to walk through a door and some guys just like, no, stop it, get out of here, like that kind of thing. I was just like, oh, okay. To like handle traffic flow, like they were very, very consciously trying to keep flow going in completely different places to like prevent any bottlenecks happening. Or like PA announcements that are kind of just being like, look, this panel is full, please go away, like that kind of thing.
Sure.
Like, clear out this area. You cannot see the Game of Thrones panel. It is full. Please, nothing to see here. Like, literally nothing to see here, folks. Go away. Like, thing on the, it's like, okay. Like, Sunday was crazy. Like, Saturday I thought would be the busiest day, but then Sunday ended up being the day we got there like 2 hours later and still ended up in like a 20-minute line to get into the building. And then there was like just kind of more apparent bottlenecks and stuff. I'm thinking that's maybe due to the Game of Thrones and Walking Dead panels both being that day. So maybe there was a lot of people just being like, oh, these are big current shows, I'm going to go that day.
Yeah, I need to see my Game of Thrones people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People were excited about that stuff. Like a lot of photos on Reddit and stuff from those photo sessions and stuff popping up. For me personally, like maybe a little less stuff I was there for. Like I found I was overwhelmed with stuff I wanted to see last year. Like I was running from panel to panel, trying to book enough time on the floor to like see everything so I could buy stuff. I felt this year like I knew every single corner of that floor. Like it's just like, oh yeah, this is the store that had Echo the Dolphin 1 and 2. No, I'm good, or whatever. Like, oh, this is the one that has all these weird Atari accessories. This is the one that has the way overpriced Legend of Zelda games and whatever. Like, there was this one super huge booth that had tons of Super Nintendo games, but like and Genesis and stuff to some extent, but everything was way too expensive. And in like the internet age, when you can just like, you can check eBay in your pocket, you're just like, what are you doing, man? Like, there's no way I'm gonna buy stuff here. So I just didn't at that place. I ended up buying some games. I got Blast Core.
Nice.
Yeah.
That truck, dude.
I know. I want to try it out again because, like, I think maybe I was really bad at it when I was a kid and played it because it was also like my first like analog stick experience. So just like I don't know what's going on.
Sure.
Like I'm still figuring out how this controller even works, let alone trying to play this game properly. Like I think that was literally one of the first batch of games I ever played on it. Like I rented that, and it was just like totally did not understand how to do anything. I got Super Mario Land 2, which I've never played. Golden Coins.
That's a great game.
People say really, really nice things about it. I
How
guess
much do you pay for that one?
That one was $18, I think.
Okay.
Is that a bit much? There was another booth I had for $15 that I saw later, and I was like, oh.
The only reason I would say it's a bit much is because it's on the 3DS shop for $3 or $4.
Oh man. Okay. Damn. Oh well. I have the original cart, so I can.
Yeah, exactly. That's
actually, legitimately, I can play it on my Game Boy player, which is kind of my plan. So.
Sure. No, I mean there is some value to actually having a hardware.
Yeah.
So I guess you could put your own price on that.
Yeah, I didn't feel too bad about it. Like I didn't even really research into it. I was just like, I know I want to play this game. Like I'm gonna pick that up.
Sure. Yeah.
Brittany picked up 3D Land, so I kind of want to check that out at some point.
Oh, for sure.
People have been saying nice things about it.
That's like the only Mario game that's been out in the last long time that I genuinely actually want to try.
Oh, okay. Like, yeah, people it's by the Galaxy team, but some people are even saying like it's better, which is kind of
right because I don't like Galaxy.
Big Galaxy
so.
fan. So yeah. She also picked up Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne, which was like pretty much the first Shin Megami Tensei game I remember hearing really good things about, but I never played it.
Right.
Dante's in it, I think. Doesn't he cameo in that game or something weird?
Maybe. I've always wanted to try Nocturne as well. I like the Shin Megami Tensei games quite a bit. Well, from what I played.
Out, though. Like, it's like, I don't... Like, that almost seems like a useless preface now, because it's just like, well, is this Persona? Is this Devil Summoner? What is this?
Right, exactly.
Like, is there a core series anymore for that?
I don't know. I'm not big into my Japanese American releases.
Okay,
So
fair enough. I'm trying to. Oh, and I picked up Dark Knight Rises on Blu-ray finally. I actually didn't own that, so now I have all 3 of them.
there you go.
Mainly because Bane's got a cool voice. I like hearing him talk sometimes, so I just kind of want to go load up my favorite scenes. And
It's also like hard when you own 2 of a series.
yeah,
Like, you just need that third. Like, come
You
on.
need the final
What are you
wrap
doing?
it. And I did like that movie, so I felt okay. There's no commentary out though. That always bums me out a little
That's
bit.
weird, really. I haven't checked. I have it, but
Or at least they don't boast about it on the back of the cover. Maybe no one cares about it, but it's secretly on there. But
Bane impression, go now.
no, stop it. I can't do the stuff right now. You do one. Do one first. Break the ice.
It's a beautiful voice.
Yeah. Oh, gee.
Again, the
Yeah.
raspy throat thing got in the way a little bit. Like when I tighten my throat
Well,
up too
I've done
much.
that one line so many times. Like what is it? I am the League of Shadows or whatever. Like when he goes all weird when he's talking about.
You kind of need a cup though. Here, I have a cup here.
Oh, okay.
I am the. Sorry, again. I
So good.
League of Shadows.
So
Yeah.
raspy. Yeah, he hasn't had any water in a while. How does he drink water?
He doesn't.
Okay.
How does he go to the bathroom? I just realized that's a stupid question because the mask is on his face. I'm sorry.
Yes, it is.
I'm sorry.
I swear there was something else too that I was there Blast Core 3 video games? Oh right, of course. I picked up Aladdin on the Super Nintendo.
Fantastic. I have it on
yeah.
the Genesis. So Stream Night?
Good. I want to see the Genesis version. I was looking for the Genesis version for the rest of the show to to compare them. Apparently, there's been a debate brewing in some corner of my Twitter feed about which one's better. And I know Shinji Mikami apparently worked on the Super Nintendo one, which is kind of neat. Like
Yeah.
as part of that
The
Disney.
Super Nintendo one is good
Yeah.
in a way that follows the movie, if I remember correctly, a little bit better, and it's kind of nicer looking. But the
Yeah.
Genesis one is just kind of a better game. I don't know.
Okay,
I'd have to
there's
play
been a
them
split.
both.
Like I've heard a lot of people really saying nice things about the Super Nintendo version, but I think that might be because it aspires to follow the movie more. So there's straight up like flying on the carpet sequence with Jasmine. That is just music thing. Like it's
Yeah.
not even.
It's just like the 16-bit like MIDI version
Of like show you the
a
world,
whole new world,
a whole new world. Yeah,
and you're collecting diamonds.
yeah, just flying around.
But you know what? That's kind of cool. I don't know
Right.
why, but in an era where everything was like Battletoads and like team up with your friend to defeat evil, and this game's really hard. It's kind of nice
Yeah.
to just have a level where it's just like, I can show you the world. You know what
Yeah,
I
like
mean?
a weird like character moment.
Yeah.
It's kind of. Is there in both though? Is there like Outrun the Lava Wave? Because I seem to remember that happening a lot.
I don't know if it was in the Genesis version. It might be. I know it's in the Super Nintendo version.
Okay, maybe that's what. Maybe like the differences between them was like confusing to me because like I had a Super Nintendo, I did not have a Genesis, but I would play that game at someone else's house, and then I rented it for Super Nintendo. I was just like, this seems similar, but I don't know what's going on. Like it's a little different, is it? I don't know because it was like so long between me playing them, so
Right.
I can know for sure what is exactly different now. I can do the legwork and see for myself.
Speaking of stream nights,
Yeah.
I got a capture device.
Good.
So I've been.
Oh yeah, that's why you've been testing all this stuff, right?
So I've been testing and streaming some Xbox and PlayStation.
like Dark Souls.
Yeah, I've been tweaking accordingly
Okay.
because, like, first time like device user for HD content sort of thing, right? So I'm just kind of figuring stuff out as I go here. And
Okay.
when I started off, I just used like the plug and play sort of settings, the defaults and stuff, and everything was super pixely when I was moving and all weird looking. Then I found that it's because the bit rate it sets it up as is really like tiny to begin with, so I tweaked that up, and then I realized the sound is way too high compared to like my mic, so I'm fixing that, and the sound's a little bit delayed, so I have to fix that. So it's just like tweaking here and there, but yeah, it's cool. Just sitting on the couch and playing some Dark Souls while talking to people, basically.
Right.
But yeah, so stream night. I was gonna
Yeah,
ask you
Kills
and
people.
John, but
Yeah.
Connect Night?
I'd play. Yeah, I haven't played enough Connect games really, like to see what that's all about. You know,
Right. I'm thinking of going through and buying like the only 4 or 5 things I'm interested in that are Connect Xbox Live Arcade games, because the rest are just like weird like Wii
Isn't
Sports
there a
type games.
game?
There is Diabolical Pitch. That is one of the ones I want to buy.
Okay.
But I also have like Gunstringer, Just Dance, Dance Central. What are some other Connect ones? Connect Adventures.
Rise of Nightmares.
I have Rise of Nightmares. Yeah.
You actually do?
Yeah,
Okay.
I bought it when Blockbuster was going out of business for $5.
Okay.
And it was brand new.
Boom.
Blockbuster went out of business like 2 months after that game came out, so it was still like the $30 or $40 price point, but it was like, nah, $5.
Yeah, no. I definitely bought some. In retrospect, I bought too much stuff that I will never use.
Right.
But yeah, it seemed like a good idea.
So Connect Stream Night, you're in.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, that works. Because
Give me a time.
I'm thinking of setting up the webcam and putting that in the corner so people can see how stupid we look dancing around in the basement.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess give me a time and off stream an address. I don't know where you are right now.
Dude, I barely know where I am half the time.
Okay.
It's all the drugs.
All these drugs you keep bring. Okay, we didn't actually turn that question on you, but you know.
What's that?
How many which drugs have you done?
Name them, I've done them.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm not that bad. Basically...
Or heroin or something, is that a thing?
No, but I've had heroin-laced pot before.
Okay.
So, that doesn't count.
Mm-hmm.
But that is a thing that happened. You know what? This could go into bad territory.
Okay.
I've tried some things.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that. Never mind. Sorry for bringing it up.
You know what? Totally fine. It's my fault.
Yeah, fair enough.
Kind of.
Music, yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking of music festivals. They have drugs there sometimes, so it's like that.
Well, they have weed.
Yeah,
sometimes mushroom and LSD.
So yeah, or like E, right? Isn't that a big thing?
E, yeah. Oh yeah, you're into the techno scene.
Yeah.
Well, electronica,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it.
They call it EDM now, apparently. Electronic dance music. That's the thing.
Sure, why not? There's so many ways to describe electronic music.
Yeah.
I just don't know what any of it means anymore.
I know. I just call it, it's like techno, but it's not. People get mad at you when you say that. So I just say electronica.
Because techno is its own thing.
Techno is a subgenre in that whole thing.
And like house and trance and dubstep, even though that's kind of like a joke genre.
And drum step, which is
drum step. There's a bunch of different steps, if I remember too.
Dog house, dude. It's totally different.
There's drum and bass.
Drums, yeah, that's totally a thing.
Yeah. Venetian Blinds, man.
Venetian Blinds.
They're a thing. They're a group.
Oh, okay. Yes. I thought you were talking about the Atari game, which isn't actually a game.
It's a fantastic game, though. It shows the capabilities of good design with bad hardware.
Yeah.
It's actually quite impressive with what they had, what they accomplished.
Yeah, like, look how nice this looks for this. And you're just like, well, great, but is this all it does? Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's all it does.
A while to get it looking like that.
Nothing in the background even changes.
Yeah.
So
check that out on Game Room, available now.
I think you have to buy it.
Yeah, it's like $3.
What a ripoff. I was looking into getting the Capcom Classic cabinet or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
See, okay, just as a side note, I always think of the Krusty Special. What was that called again?
The Krusty Special?
In Simpsons, when Krusty's Comeback Classic, KKK.
Oh,
so anytime there's a sound like that, like Capcom Cabinet Collection or something, that's just the first thing that pops in my head, and how bad that could go if they wanted to make everything edgy like Korn did by adding an A on the end. But I was thinking of buying that, and it's $5 to buy the base thing, and then each pack is like $10. That thing is $35 to fill up.
For which?
For the Capcom.
For this cabinet. Arcade thing. Yeah, okay.
That's really bad. Like, I don't know. I can't do it. Are
they pre-selected into bundles? So, like, each one has
3 bundles for $10.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like, do they seem like they've been spaced out? So it's like, well, each one has like a really good game in it to try to kind of goose you into buying all of them. Or no?
I get some of them are kind of obscure, so I guess it depends how your Capcom collection memory is nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
But no.
Okay, never mind then. That might be a trick they try to pull.
They try to pull it. It's not working. Made of stone right here. Not gonna budge.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, I might buy it eventually. Because I do that. And then I instantly regret it, but then I have an okay time with it, so it's okay. You know how it is.
Yeah, no, I do.
Where it's just like, I shouldn't buy this, but I'm gonna. And then you enjoy it, and you're like, I'm glad I did that for this. Like, Bioshock. There you go. I finally listened to the Idle Thumbs talk about it.
Yeah.
They
did not like it.
No, they were a lot more hateful than I thought they would be, to be completely honest with you.
Kinda, yeah. And like, I'm not, like, I mean, in kind of a way that didn't really dig into it as much as I'd want in some respects. Like, it was, like, it seemed like it was shorter than I wanted as a conversation. You know?
Yeah, because it was only like half an hour.
Right. It seems like they probably talked through a lot of stuff off air and didn't want to stir up the community because they get kind of pissy sometimes, I guess. Like when they trash talked Far Cry 3, they got a lot of angry mail. So I guess maybe they just wanted to avoid that, but then it kind of came off as just like, well, I mean, yeah, but you kind of have to get over that at some point when you're playing it. Like, I mean, if you're going to make any kind of rationalization for like Halo 4, like, come on, like this one deserves some look as well. Like, I don't know.
Is it just because maybe that they know like quite a few of the people personally, and it's just like, I know these guys can do better?
No, I don't know. Like, Chris Trema's the only one that's true of. Like, he worked at Irrational, and he definitely did kind of call out specific people as having done a really good job, like the music people and like some of the graphic designers and whatever. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm not really sure. I don't know. It's a weird thing. Like, people who make games criticizing other games. It's fine.
It is.
Like, I like that in some sense because like they have a good understanding of what's going on. But at the same time, if I didn't like that game very much either, it's kind of like, I don't know. Okay, like you can criticize it for bad storytelling, but you know, Lee's arm was cut off, and then that thing happened, and you know, whatever stuff.
Or like hearing Jonathan Blow talk about any game. I actually love hearing Jonathan Blow talk about games.
Right, and I still liked Braid, but yeah.
Yeah, I like Braid too. I was just giving him shit. It's more like Ben Kane, creator of DLC Quest, talking shit about anything ever.
Right. Or if like David Cage is gonna criticize. No, I don't know. Did you see the trailer for that? Like, they've been making a big fuss about Beyond Two Souls, like, having some presence at Tribeca Film Festival. But, like, I watched the trailer, and it's just like, oh, man, this is just embarrassing. I was, like, embarrassed on behalf of video games for, like, that's our kind of showpiece for the film world right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, this looks like kind of a bad movie. It's just psychic powers and, like, freakouts, and look, there's a love scene in it. Isn't that mature? Like, I don't know. Like, not necessarily. Like, David Cage. He's the guy.
Yeah. I'm interested in seeing more from that game. Have you been getting bombarded with emails for PR people that are like, hey, you're going to E3, check us out?
What? I can't really hear you.
You can't hear me?
Well, it was like chopping up real weird. Okay, speak.
I was saying, have you been getting bombarded with emails as well?
From because I signed up for E3 or
yeah,
on Gmail some stuff. Yeah, I kind of been just checking mark as read or whatever on a lot of them.
Yeah.
Are any of them worthwhile? Like,
I don't know. Did you get like EA sending you a shitload of emails at one time?
I don't know. I definitely got invitation to their press conference, but I won't be there in time, I don't think.
I got 5 invitations to their press conference within the same hour.
I got one with a bunch of stuff in it.
No, I got 5 separate emails. Like their spam bot thing that they used just went haywire or something.
Oh, weird. Okay.
And it was the same invite code. each time. So it's like,
So it's not like, oh, sweet, I can hand these out to my friends. Like, no, it's just screwed up.
yeah.
Gross. I don't know. I'm trying to think back to like if I need to clarify anything about the Infinite discussion. I'm not sure. I guess I have read a few hyperbolic things about it being great, but I think we went over this like 47 times.
Yeah, we're not going to go over it right now.
Yeah, like stop being super praising it. Stop,
I forgot all about it the next day, to be completely honest with you.
Okay, whatever. If it comes up in too many conversations for Game of the Year later in the year, I might get annoyed. But
I don't know. Okay, let's quickly have this discussion right now.
okay,
It's probably in my top 5 so far.
of this year, sure. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
I can't think of any other games that have really been interesting this year.
Right. That's the
like,
thing.
Like Papers, Please isn't even out yet, and that is of interest to me. But it's a beta.
Papers, Please is not more interesting than what they try to do.
I really like what it's doing.
I don't know. Maybe it's
Like-
just because that's essentially my job. That it's just like, no, this is just a day at the office kind of.
Okay, but I'd rather have a day at the office simulator than a shoot dudes ever, because like that's a thing I've seen before.
Well, see, and this is the thing when we talk about Infinite, that, like, the game part is the worst part of that thing. I hated just running around shooting dudes and having to use my stupid fucking, like,
But I don't know,
glowy
like
hand.
that was actually the stuff that was well done.
It was well done, but it's not what I was interested in at all. The only thing that kept me going through that fucking thing was to find out more about the world and story, and I feel like I didn't get enough of it unless I went out of my way searching for audio logs, which got talked over.
Yeah, I was like just generally unmoved and not like the story is a goofy sci-fi thing. Like it doesn't. Again,
And
I
it
feel
works
like
and it's totally fine. It's whatever, the story.
but it doesn't mean anything. Really.
Right, but I mean, the first time you're going through it, that's what kept me going. It
Yeah,
wasn't that,
but
like, I want to go shoot more dudes. The shooting dudes part was serviceable enough that,
Right.
like, this isn't
No,
bad.
it's like one is meant to tease you to keep doing the other, right? So it's like, oh, okay, I'll keep shooting some dudes because I want to see what happens next with this thing.
Right.
And like, oh, okay, now I'll shoot some more dudes and get to this other place. And I don't know. Anyway,
Shooting dudes.
shooting dudes, I've done a lot. I haven't done a lot of Border Patrol video games, so it's I don't know. It's novel to me.
Border Patrol video games specifically, I totally agree.
Yeah, there needs to be more Border Patrol games, I think. No, I don't know.
No, they would all just be really iterative. You think Call of Duty's bad.
I know, but I'd rather people start iterating on different things entirely. Like,
Well, people are. You just have to look for them, right? They're usually
and-
like the Flash game on weird website that will probably give you a virus .russian.biz.
mhm.
Yeah. I don't know.
I know there's stuff out there, but even then, like, I'm trying to think of like indie stuff. Like, I want to play Gone Home a lot, but that doesn't exist yet.
Yeah. I've been wanting to play Monaco forever now, but I need to find 3 other people because it's boring alone.
I don't know if I want to. Like, I finally, like, everyone started talking about it, and then I was like, okay, what is this? And I watched the.
It's like the multiplayer indie darling for anybody that doesn't
like-
know, I guess.
something about the visuals of it just looked chaotic. Like, it looked confusing. And maybe it makes sense when you're actually playing it, but it was just like, this just looks like a mess. Like, the screen is filled with, like, nonsense right now, and I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, maybe when you're like, oh, okay, I'm playing as this color, then you can keep track of what's going on. But
Sure.
just watching footage of it, it was just like, this just looks really bad.
They need
And,
more
like-
Techno Kid in Adventure.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. I've heard it's a cool, like, cooperative heist thing or whatever. Like, you're trying to pull off various heists, right?
The thing is, you need people to do that. I don't have people to do that.
Literally nobody?
No, nobody I know has it.
Okay, on Steam?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I should probably look into it.
Okay,
and then-
fine. Fuck you. If you don't want to play, don't play.
I really don't.
You're
I'm
just
gonna
like, okay,
the whole time.
fine.
fine, I'll fucking play.
I know the way you said that. It's just like, okay, fine. It's like, no, fuck you. Don't do that. Don't let me guilt you into doing that.
Well, it's not so much just you, it's just like,
The
everyone
internet.
saying nice things. So it's like 85 on Metacritic. It's like, fine, I should probably look into it, but I kind of don't. I'm not convinced, internet. You've failed me before.
It's a high price
95.
point too for an indie game. It's $15. So
Yeah, I might have added to my wish list just to kind of like, okay, I'll look into that when it's not that.
I'll look into it if somebody buys it for me. Is what you're thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
yeah.
so we need to do an indie talks with them and get codes probably.
Right. There you go.
But then, like, how can we do the talk if we haven't played it? Oh my God, Catch-22, Paradox, world is collapsing within itself.
Right. I think we've yet to do an indie talk with somebody who's like, it's like, I don't like their game, like actively. Like, that's gonna be awkward though. Like,
Well, that's because, no, we've had a few of those lined up. I canceled them.
Right. Like, or it's like, hey, preliminary, like, maybe let's look into this, and then I play it, and it's just like...
No, we've had a few guys that's like, well, this is the talk of the internet right now, and if we do this timely, we'll probably get hits.
But at the same time, I don't think it's good, and I don't want to offend somebody.
Right.
Like, to their face on it. Like, I don't know. But maybe maybe that'd be interesting. You know, and then post that.
Just like grill people about their game. The thing is, at the same time, you kind of don't want to do that to the one dude in his basement doing this as a side job.
Right. You should do that to, like, the big companies. So we should get Assassin's Creed people on here and be like, guys, come on.
Don't think I haven't, like, cherished the idea of getting some people that have worked on something that I hated. Like, big, like, I've loved the idea of, like Assassin's Creed, just being able to get somebody in on here and be like, so, I need to know what you were thinking, because I don't think I see why people give a shit about your game.
Right. So, like, you know, how does it feel knowing marketing is kind of carrying you guys?
Right, exactly. How does it feel to know that just like bad Michael Bay movies, not necessarily Pain and Gain, I'm just saying...
Not, like, obviously not Pain and Gain, but
right.
yeah.
Like, but, like, how do you feel that, like, the only reason people are buying your stuff is because you made a huge PR ploy for them, too, and that it doesn't really stand up on its own merits?
It's like, how many years in a row are you going to make basically the same game?
How does it feel to be a puppet of the machine?
Yeah.
Just to be completely pretentious about it. Yeah, but... Just overtly be holier than thou, even though we've never made a video game. Just be like, well, we know our stuff. Come on. If we did make Assassin's Creed, it'd be way better. No, because we wouldn't make it, so it would automatically be better. Exactly. The world would be a better place. Don't you? Okay, I just have to clarify. Didn't you like Assassin's Creed? Were you the one? Oh, that was Sean, I think. Never mind. I'm sorry. I did like the second one back when I played it, but that was it was kind of one of those things where it's like I had a really fun weekend, and then I kind of just moved on, and like the world didn't, and then I was like, why are you guys still talking about that game? That was so long ago, and it, you know, who cares? Like, yeah, and it's like, oh, they're releasing another one, and then that's when I got pulled into it. We've had this basically too, like where I got pulled into that hype machine for like 1 year, like because like everyone was like, no, dude, Brotherhood is like way good. And I was like, okay, well, let's do this. And I bought it like day one and angrily finished it and then traded it in and was just like, you guys are, I hate everything about this right now. Like, are you serious? Like, I just felt like I got totally duped. So, yeah. I think I feel that way about Black Ops 2. Like, I knew what I was getting into because I played like all the Call of Duty games, I guess, except for like the PSP one or whatever. But, you know what I mean? Like, I knew what I was getting into. But people still, like, in the industry or whatever, were saying, no, it does some cool things. No, it doesn't. Well, yeah, people were saying, like, the choices in the story were really cool. Were they not? At all? No, they weren't. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I was, like, I was kind of joking, but I was also legitimately surprised in a weird way, because there's just like, oh, yeah, there's another one of those coming out. Like, this year. Obviously there is. Because there always is. But, like, hey, Call of Duty trailer's coming out, and you're just like, what? Oh, yeah, I guess. Isn't it called Ghost? I think it's called Ghost. Yeah. Yeah. Call of Duty Ghost? Is that I don't know. I mean, you know what? That's fine. If it is. Sure, I know. It was more just like, you know, in my corner, this corner of the internet I hang out in apparently is really weird. But either way, like, Call of Duty's kind of a joke now. Like, it's old, it's played out, it's done its thing like 8 years or 5 years in a row or whatever, and everyone's totally sick of it. But no, it's not done at all. Apparently, it's making hundreds of millions of dollars. It'll never stop. But I don't know. And then at the same time, people are saying like Gears of War Judgment. It's like, isn't it ridiculous that there's another Gears of War game? Come on. Yeah,
that too. But then the public responded in kind. It sold like nothing. It didn't do well.
Sure.
So like people were done with it. It's like it was kind of like imagine if Guitar Hero was still popular right now. Like if it just stayed popular for like 8 years.
Right.
Like eventually it would just be like, what the hell are you guys doing? Like I know plastic instruments were cool, but come on. But it's just like no. Like if everyone was like still super amped about it, it would seem really weird. And it seems kind of like that, where it's just like, yeah, I know you get the kills and you get the prestige and all that. Okay. I don't know. Like it just doesn't do it anymore. Like I'm not sure. Like after Modern Warfare 2, a lot of people are in this camp too, though. Like there's nothing like if there's anything as cliched as like there's a new Call of Duty every year. There's also the group that makes fun of it. Like that's totally played out in its own way too. So I guess maybe I should just not talk about it. Like it exists. It's doing its thing. It's kind of like Zach Braff. It's got its own Kickstarter going on. People love it, but you don't need to pay attention to it. But you do. You look at it and just shake your head. But whatever.
Isn't Harmonix dead?
No, they still exist and they're doing something, but they just retired Rock Band.
Oh,
like Dance Central, I guess, was doing well. I think they've announced some kind of projects they're working on, but they're definitely not at the peak of their powers anymore. That was some years ago, but they still exist as an entity. You would have definitely, I would have definitely heard about that anyway, because Giant Bomb has such ties to John Drake and Eric Pope and all those guys at Harmonix.
Well, there was talk on Twitter about something going on with Harmonix the last couple of days. I didn't know what it was, so.
Oh, is there some people got laid off or something, or what?
I think so. I can't remember.
There's mass PA layoffs too.
Well, this is why I was just kind of wondering. I mean, obviously the DLC, like the song packs that come out every week for Rock Band.
Yeah.
But how does Harmonix keep afloat? Because, I mean, if you asked me even a year ago, I'd be like, yeah. No, rhythm-based music games around forever. But now it's just no, I kind of don't care anymore. I probably won't play those ever again.
Yeah, I don't know. It was weird how they had their time in the sun for multiplayer, getting together, hanging out, and then it just broke. It just stopped. It just ended. It was a fad. It was, I guess, clearly the definition of a fad. It went away.
It was a long-running fad, though. A trend, maybe even for a while. Sure,
there you go. Maybe that's a better way of putting it.
A nicer way.
I'm trying to look up the kind of history of Harmonix. They're still totally around.
Okay.
Dance Central 2 in 2011. New IP for mobile and social game markets.
See, I guess that's my thing is I don't understand how they can stay afloat, but I mean, if they laid some people off, like some dead weight, maybe. Because
this wiki page only goes up to 2011 though, so there's been a bit of silence, I guess. So it might be bad. I don't know.
Yeah, because somebody's saying in the thing here, did DJ Hero do well? That's the last commercial for a rhythm game I remember. No, DJ Hero 2 didn't do that good at all.
Yeah, I bought it because I'm that electronic music guy, but
I mean, you could also go to EB these days, and if you're you can find those for $1.
Yeah, no, that's the thing with these music games because they take up so much just physical space. At some point, retailers treat them like garbage. It's just please buy this. Please take it. And as an achievement guy, I've bought things I shouldn't have. But
sure,
it's a weird thing. The peripheral market and all that stuff.
And it's a weird road you go down where it's just well, if I buy Green Day Rock Band and what's that kid one? Was it Lego Rock Band?
Yeah, there was a Lego Rock Band.
Yeah, Lego Rock Band and stuff. Then I can just make my music library huge.
Boom. Or yeah, I bought the AC/DC one. I was like, "Do you like AC/DC?" No, but I want songs.
But I want the Back in Black.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I want Thunderstruck, even though playing Thunderstruck on a plastic guitar doesn't feel nearly as cool as playing it on a real guitar because it's 2 buttons. So there you go. But I don't know.
Sorry, there was kind of a neat story in regards to game piracy that I saw this morning. About this indie game that it basically looked like a game dev story. That game I got way into on mobile a few years ago.
That game is great. Game dev story.
This is a game called Game Dev Tycoon, which is a similar idea. The thing they did though that's kind of generating some story is they it's not uncommon where a developer will kind of tweak their game a little bit, and release it on torrent sites to kind of, trick or like, I don't know, toy with pirates, I guess.
Yep.
Like it'll be like, oh, well, I just downloaded the game, sweet, it's free, but then like Batman's wearing a ridiculous hat or something stupid, like just like mess it up somehow.
Yeah, there's a few things that do that, but like in Pokemon, and if you download Pokemon Black and White, your Pokemon just don't level up.
Right, like they break their games in some way, or like try to kind of not make it an easy path for these people stealing their game. Game Dev Tycoon did it in this like really weird, subtle way, where they just kind of put in some code or whatever, so where it's like at some point, if your developer gets popular enough, like a notice will show up that's like, hey man, like profits are really getting eaten into by pirates. Like we're having a hard time kind of keeping afloat because of this, and they basically just like simulated what it's like to have your game be really good and you've worked on it really long time, but then it gets stolen.
I like that idea.
I thought it was neat because like it's, and then like people have been kind of just not cluing into the fact that they're being commented on and then posting a message board and be like, yeah, something's wrong with my game. Like I can't get past this point because like I'm starting to make games that are good enough and they're getting 9s and 10 reviews, but once I get a certain number of sales, it just starts going down because pirates. Like what's going on? And it's great to watch like the tables having been turned on these people doing this routinely. And like, I don't know. And then it's also just like pointing out to people, it's just like, it's an $8 game. Like you can just go buy it. Like, do you really like, just that people will steal anything. Like it's not really the amount of money. Like it's not like, oh dude, Assassin's Creed 3 is $60. I don't know if it's good yet. I'm going to try it out or something like that. Like people, or like SimCity, like whatever, big stuff. Small stuff too, like I mean, like World of Goo a few years ago was like the most pirated game ever or something, wasn't it? It was really high. I remember.
It was higher than Photoshop.
Like it was kind of gross that people were just like passing that around as though it was free when it was not. So I don't know. It was a neat little thing to see. Like it just started the story this morning, so there's more and more comments. Kind of.
Can we be real for a second?
Yeah.
Like, Can we turn the lights down a little bit and just like. Let's rap. Let's
about pirating things. I pirate shows all the time, but
I do too. But I think that's because the way I feel is that TV is a dead medium, and they need to adapt to the way the internet works.
Right. Like this should be how they're distributed, and they are, but just not in a way that earns HBO it's $2 or whatever. So
let's talk about video games, though.
Let's talk about video games. Yeah. Okay.
If I 100% believe that. If you make a good product, you deserve to be compensated for it.
Mm-hmm.
If I want, like, say that for Pixel Response or whatever, for this podcast or whatever we do, we wanted to review Assassin's Creed, like, 100 that eventually comes out.
Right.
Dude, I'm not buying that. But, like, I need to play it, and they're not going to give me a copy to review.
Mm-hmm.
There's, like... I don't know if I feel bad about pirating it just to get my hands on it and see if it is in fact better or what. The reason this comes about, I'll just preface a little bit. I can't rent games. We can't rent games up here. We don't have a video store.
Right, and Redbox is way behind at best and has a very limited selection anyway. So it's like, if you want to play something, you'll get it maybe 3 weeks after it came out. And yeah. I hear
at what point is a line drawn between like Call of Duty Black Ops 400 and like the new Edmund McMillan game?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Where it's just like, sure, like 2 dudes worked on this game, but it's still kind of shitty even for $10. Like, do they deserve to be paid the $10 for me trying it? I don't know.
Saying hypothetically, because I think Mutagenics looks awesome, but you're just talking about generally like indie games cost money still.
That's why I didn't say a name when I said that.
But you said Edmund McMillan. But
I know, but I didn't say like the name of the game because I think it looks pretty awesome too.
Okay.
I was just using that as kind of like, okay,
sure.
the next Jonathan Blow game.
Sure.
A bigger name in the indie market. Like, at what point do we have morality for the one dude working on this game with like a couple of his friends, even though they still put out a shitty product? And this game that's supposed to support 100 people developing it.
Mm-hmm. There is a weird kind of standard that happens. Like, oh, well, they tried. And it's like, well, it's still bad. Like,
But I mean, at EA for Mass Effect, there's like
Yeah.
a team of 200 people. You can bet nobody wants to put out a shitty game. Nobody. There's nobody in
Right.
the world that's like, we're gonna make a shitty game. We're set out to make the shittiest game. So
like on a whiteboard, day one of development, it says
So-
shit and it's underlined.
right. So make sure that you come to the meeting where we're like the concept meeting. Make sure that you have a diaper and you've been using it all day, and then we're just gonna smear that everywhere and find out what we get from it. Nobody wants to make a shitty game. Nobody.
No, yeah.
So
Yeah.
at what point is it okay to say Mass Effect 3's ending is bullshit and EA's the worst company ever because they have 200 people working that have families that need to eat? So
Yeah.
fuck them. And it's
Yeah.
just like, but like these dudes here, like this dude lost his job making this game. And you know what? It's not very good. You shouldn't probably pay money for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Flash game. Come on. I don't know. I'm just getting fed up. Like, this is coming from somebody that likes indie games. I'm getting fed
Yeah.
up that indie game people get a pedestal,
Mm-hmm.
whereas people forget that like Activisions or EAs and stuff, there's development teams of like 50 to a couple hundred people that all have families and this is their job and stuff. Why do they not get a free pass ever? Why is it always the indie guys? I don't know. I'm getting sick of it.
I guess, yeah, it's like, maybe it's just like, well, I know, like, I'm hesitating to say some stuff because it's just like, well, there's one face to it, So you're saying it right to a face, not a giant mob or like a company, Like, that obviously someone must have made Mass Effect 3, but it's easier to be like, well, some heartless corporation made Mass Effect 3. And really, like, they trampled all over the work of these hardworking normal people. So it makes more sense that I criticize EA because they ruined it or something. Like in someone's mind, like maybe that's part of the rationalization or something. But when you're criticizing like a game made by one or two people, like if someone's gonna go off and just criticize, like I don't know. I'm trying to think of okay, well there was that arcade game, that arcade simulator on Xbox Live Indie Games.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was kind of bad. Like after I played it for a couple hours, it's just like, man, this just gets old like immediately, and I just stopped playing it. But I didn't ever like set aside time to go like, don't buy it, stay away, because it's like $3. Like it doesn't matter. No one's really talking about it much. It's not a big thing.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. Like but still, knowing there's like one or two people, like it feels like rude or something somehow. I don't know. It feels ruder to call out a guy. Like I've actually hesitated about this in relation to movies too. Like there's this movie. It's kind of dumb, but there's this movie called Happiness, directed by Todd Solondz, and at like 4 or 5 points in the movie, the boom mic just dips into the shot. It's horrible. It's like so amateur.
Sure.
And I was like, okay, this is horrible. I went through IMDb, combed through all of it, found who the person was that held the boom mic, and was about to call them out directly. And then I just like, that's a real dick thing to do. Like it's, maybe they had a gimpy elbow or something and they couldn't hold it right that weekend. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's once you've taken it from this movie has this problem to this person sucks, it just feels like I've crossed some line or something, and I don't know. I don't like doing that. But it's weird, but then people are very critical of books, right? And that was ostensibly written by one guy. So you criticize a book, and you're basically pointing directly at author's face and saying, you're really bad. You're bad at your job.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a
like,
weird
once
thing.
If there's more hands, it's easier to kind of criticize because you feel that criticism just kind of dilutes and goes to everybody, and then it's like not that critical, really. But if it's like, oh, there's only 3 people, I'm probably gonna offend somebody. I don't know. And then like vested interest in it, like I don't want to start trash talking a bunch of indie games because then maybe we won't get new interviews for Indie Talks or something. We'll get a bad reputation.
Right.
We'll think we're jerks, and then I don't, like that would be against my interest because I still just want to have conversations with people, but I also want to get better at having meaningful conversations and not. Just
well, the thing is, there has to be a. I'm not talking about trash talking. Like we're not gonna have Mike and Vieko on here and just be like, so Crunch is a piece of shit. Like we would never do that. Like for one thing, we like the game.
Why isn't this a store simulator? Those are what I really like.
And then Richard Hoffmeyer's like, I knew I should have made the bathroom thing happen.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if I'm gonna like criticize a bunch of games for basically being shooters, it's like I don't think that's exactly what I'm doing. It's more just like I wish there was more variety, generally speaking. I'm not saying these people who made a really good action game shouldn't have done that. They should have made this type of thing. It's more just like I wish there were alternative options, generally speaking.
We went into a whole different category with what you're talking about, but I know what you're talking about, yes.
Yeah, like it feels like I'm like mad at Halo for being Halo or something, and that doesn't make any sense.
No, because it has Halo in the title. You knew what you were getting into, and it's like, well, if you didn't like Halo 3, why the fuck would you even look at this?
Exactly. Like this is kind of how I approach reviewing like the second Transformers movie, because it was like, I don't know why you would see this unless you wanted to see it anyway. So why would you be here? There's robots in it and they fight. Like, I wasn't very critical of it because I wasn't imagining some, high society person who really likes, foreign Italian movies or something wandering into the theater and then being really upset. It's like, I really like Bicycle Thieves. I'm going to check out Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. And then they just get upset. Like, that makes no sense. So, I don't know. It's like in a similar way, I guess. Yeah, like it doesn't make sense to criticize action games for being action games. Like Assassin's Creed is great at being Assassin's Creed, but I don't know. There's too many games with the exact same kind of formula right now. Like this happens with everything though. Like if everyone made a bunch of Cart Life clones, it would be kind of gross at some point. Like actually, Game Dev Story. Calling back to that, like I really like that game. I don't want to manage Hot Springs or a hotel or any, like I stopped buying those guys' games because they just kept kind of doing the same thing with different wrapping.
Yeah.
It's just like, no, the thing I liked about this wasn't managing things. It was pretending to be a game developer. Like that's the theme I thought was cool. So, okay, like if you're not going to do that anymore, I'm just going to move on. But anyway, I don't even know. What was the main question we were trying to tackle? Not really, just ranting about stuff.
I think we're just ranting at this point. But you know what we should do? We should ask people listening to this right now, what are some things that you're upset about in gaming, I guess? And don't be like very specific, like I hate the end of Mass Effect 3. Just be like
tropes, like trends you're tired of.
Yeah.
Like I don't like cover-based shooters anymore. I'm tired of shooting stuff like that.
I'm tired of stuff taking place in the post-apocalypse.
Yeah,
stuff like that.
Post-apocalypse taking place in the 50s instead of, tomorrow.
Yeah. So if you have any suggestions like that, podcast at pixel-response.com. You can get us on Twitter, pixel_response, but probably don't do that one. Talk to us on Exposure, EXFAUXSURE, or Krasnor, KRAZNOR. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/thepixelresponse. Stitcher and iTunes for the podcast. Give the thumbs up, give a review, do all that sort of stuff. And as always, you can get us at pixel-response.com and see more from us. And I think we're done for this week. Pain and Gain, written by one Nathan Rohr that I'm sorry, I've been busy. I have yet to get it up. It will be up by the time you hear this.
Okay.
Unless you're...
I don't know. I was just like late that night. I was like, I need to express thoughts about it. I hope it's coherent. I haven't written a review in a while. But, yeah. I like that movie. I think people might like it if they like...
And
I don't know, big, weird crime things.
If you saw and you have an opinion, write in the comment, but we'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Do a Chris Tucker impersonation.
I can't. I don't know what he says, really.
That's true. I don't either.
Yeah.
Damn, you got knocked the fuck out!
Yeah. He's got that microphone in a...
I don't know what he says in that part, though. Is there any actor, actress, whatever, that you feel comfortable trying an impression of, besides Bane?
Not really.
Is it just because I'm putting you on the spot?
It's largely because you're putting me on the spot, but like
Sure.
Even then, I don't like hear what it actually sounds like to other people. It's like in my head, so it's like, oh man, yeah, I sound exactly. It's like, no, you're horrible. It's so far off. I get really self-conscious about it. So maybe I should record a bunch of demos and see what my best ones are.
No, because that'll probably just make you even more self-conscious. Because you'll hear them, you're like, yeah, I'm never talking in my normal voice again now.
Right. I'll just affect this voice and
do an impersonation of Ben Affleck.
He doesn't. Does he have really a distinct voice or what?
See, that's what I was kind of getting at when it was just like, do Christian Bale. Does he?
I mean,
does he have a voice?
There's like that easy joke to do where it's just like, hey, I'm Ben Affleck. I directed Argo. That's my name. I made movies. I won Oscars. Did I deserve them? I don't know. Like, you just say things that they would never say in a slightly affected tone. It's like, hey, I'm Martin Scorsese.
Tone, even?
Afflected.
Yeah. Martin. Hey,
I was in a movie. I don't
know. I'm Nathan Rohr. I talk on the internet.
Talk on the internet.
Sometimes. Why are you Italian?
I don't know.
Why are you doing an impersonation of yourself being Italian?
Yeah, Ben Affleck's Italian. Christian Bale's also Italian.
You guys should do impersonations of each other. That could go real bad.
I'm Tom Hardy. Hey, I was in Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy briefly. How you all doing?
Okay, they're asking for do an impersonation of me.
Hey, my name's Paul. I'm the guy who pays for all the bandwidth.
I always talk like this.
Yep.
My name is Nathan. I always talk like this.
I mean, I guess you could do like the higher and higher voice thing I do sometimes, but whatever. Or it's just like,
oh yeah, we're just like, I don't know, it's pretty good. I don't know, it's pretty good. I can't do it though. My voice doesn't go too high.
Yeah. I don't know.
Paul, you sound.
You should impersonate John. Hey, I'm John. I'm on the internet. Like, I saw Weird Al this weekend. It was real good. Anyway.
John does have a way he kind of talks. I just don't know how to impersonate it, though. He has, like, this weird Newfie thing going on in the background of his voice.
Oh, okay.
Do Nick Cage?
I'm trying to think of even, like, a crazy line read he does.
Okay.
But...
Say a line. Just give me a line he does, and I'll see.
Like, one of my favorite things he does in Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance is like he's starting to turn while he's talking to this guy.
Right.
So he's like, "It's coming up inside me. It's clown at the door," and his voice goes real high.
I never saw it though. I don't have any basis.
Okay, it's like I don't know. There's some hell demon like clawing at the door in his mind or something. It's yeah. He does this high squeaky voice thing, and it was really great.
I'm just. What does he say in Face Off? Give me something he says in Face Off.
I want to take his face
off.
Like, it's the pause that's so good.
Something else. Like, okay, Face Off is kind of bad because he's just talking as a normal.
It's more like hilarious facial expressions, or the most awkward tongue kiss,
like the "you don't say" sort of thing.
Yeah. But that's from Vampire's Kiss. Is the weird head tilt back?
That's the weird face. Yeah.
He's just staring at her.
What are movies he's been in?
Other movies? What?
What are some movies he's been in where he does like a weird?
Oh man, Con Air.
Con Air.
Put the bunny down or whatever. Like, it's just a horrible accent.
The bunny down.
Yeah.
Yeah, just something weird. That sounds so
he
bad.
knows it's bad too, I think. But or like not the bees, like screaming. There's
not the bees. Yeah.
God, not the bees. Ah! Yeah.
How did it burn? Is that something he says?
Yeah, it is. How'd it get burned? How'd it get burned? How'd it get burned?
What's that from?
It's from Wicker Man. There's like a doll.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's talking to this teacher lady, and she's like, I don't know.
Last Second Heroes impersonation is perfect. This is Paul from Pixel Response. Yo.
What?
Last Second Heroes text impersonation of me. It's perfect. It's like, this is Paul from Pixel Response. Yo.
Oh, nailed it, dude. That's exactly what
I sound just like me.
How'd it get burned? Here it is.
Move faster, Pokey. There you go. John.
Yeah.
Somebody said impersonate John in the chat. That's why. I don't know what else he says.
Oh, so good. And then he runs away.
My name's John. I'm on the internet.
The Runway Guys panel. Sorry about that thing that happens. What? Impersonation of Nathan, Gurr, Argo, and Far Cry 3. Exactly. I know. I need new things to hate.
Oh no, I got the perfect you impersonation.
Okay.
Okay, so pretend that I just said something kind of offensive that you don't know how to respond to.
Okay.
I guess. I don't know.
Is there always a heavy sigh?
Kind of, yeah, and it's just like, okay, I've done right when he sighs.
Okay. Like you've successfully hit the spot you were going for. Just like, yep, awkward zone. Found it.
You pushed the right button right there to make me go,
Yeah.
oh, I guess so. Or something.
Okay. Fine, I'll practice my voices. Oh, I guess, briefly maybe it's worth it. Like, it was such a vaguely awkward thing. I was at the voice acting panel and a guy was kind of like, it was a Q&A mostly. Yeah. And then a guy was kind of like, hey, I do some voices. You mind kind of like giving me some feedback on it? And then he's kind of started doing voices.
Before anybody said, yeah, go ahead.
No. They kind of made some like, oh, fine. It'll be like American Idol or something. Like that kind of thing.
Sure.
But then it's just like, it's so weird. Cause like, it's like at that point, it pretty much becomes a conversation between just the stage and like that guy. So it's like them kind of having some real time, but like a room full of people are sitting there. And it was just like, so weird. Being like, kind of being like, yeah, you're doing like a Rocky and Bullwinkle impression. I get it, but maybe you should find kind of your own thing. Try to develop your own characters a little bit.
I got it.
Just kind of, it was weird. That was an awkward moment.
I got it.
What?
Do a Yoda impression.
I used to.
I've never been good at it.
I know quotes, but I don't actually do the voice really well.
I've never done the voice well. Like, I can't even do it.
Yeah.
Because my throat is...
It's do or do not.
Do or do not. There is no try. Or, like, I don't even know how he sounds now.
No.
Like, you could go really cartoony and just be like, I'm Yoda, sort of thing.
That was actually closer.
But that's, like, way overboard.
Yeah. There you go. If you just add that little weird tone in it. It's like Frank Oz right there. Let's replace it.
Yeah.
There you go. Nailed it. Audition for the new Star Wars video games, maybe. I don't know. Play his brother.